If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family.
There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations. With 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Welcome to Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth for a Sunday showdown between the Beast of the East and the Best of the West, as YD and Hyannis are set to face off for the fourth and final time this regular season here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. I'm Zach Berman alongside Drake Toll, and coming into today's matchup, you're looking at, fingers crossed, knock on wood, a potential championship series preview here between two first-place teams. However, both of these squads have fallen on some hard times. The Harbor Hawks have lost 4 of their last 5, and the Red Sox, even worse, they're coming in riding a 5-game losing streak. Drake, you got two squads who desperately want to get some momentum back heading into the playoffs. However, only one of them is Jake Berry on the mound.
Absolutely. It's two squads that are 1-9 combined in their last 10, but they're still the top two teams in their respective divisions. Hyannis got that respective position after beating Katuitt earlier this week, but the issue, you lose last night. Despite Katuitt losing with Bourne tying, they're on your heels. They're the number 2 spot now, so it's Hyannis, Bourne, Katuitt. Who's going to win the West? Could be any of those three, and a win tonight would be key.
Ain't no rest for the weary, ain't no rest for the wicked. I talked more about the dog days this summer and how the Harbor Hawks can continue to get hot down the stretch with Coach Kevin Ohm in the Dugout Show. Just 3 games left in the regular season. We're here at Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth, and I'm here with assistant coach of the Harbor Hawks, Kevin Ohm. Now, Kevin, you got two first-place teams, both on a bit of a cold streak, respectively. What's the message in the clubhouse right now to kind of just rally the troops and get them ready for the postseason?
Well, we just had a conversation with our guys out there prior to stretching, and basically we just said, hey, keep playing like you've been playing all season long. You know, we're a team that plays loose. We play with a lot of, I would say confidence. We play with a lot of, confidence in just what we're going to be doing today. And so we don't need to change anything. Yeah, you know what? It's a long season. The guys are tired a little bit. They've just come off a long college season, and now here we are coming into the dog days of the Cape Cod League. So we just said, hey, keep playing the way you have been.
Absolutely, and you got a guy in the bump in Jake Berry who's going to be one of your big playoff arms. This is an important last test here against another first-place team in YD. What are you expecting out of Jake today?
Well, I'll tell you, the last 3 starts, what we've gotten from Jake is somebody who can pitch. That's one thing that we've said about Jake from the get-go is he goes out there with a plan and he executes it. He doesn't try to throw, but he pitches.
Last but not least, you're getting some big contributions in the lineup from 2 of the newest Harbor Hawks, Drew Erhard and Caleb Spur, both of which are in the lineup today. And what do you have to say about 2 guys that came into the Cape Cod baseball late in the season and have really picked it up with the wood bat, whereas some, they might come into the Cape League and struggle to adjust, both of which have started off on the right foot?
Well, I think with Erhard, we know him personally. Our high schools played against each other when he was in high school, and he's been a part of championship teams before. I don't think the pressure really gets to him. Don't know a whole lot about Spur, but you know what? Like you said, he's come in, he's been relaxed, he's had good plate appearances, and hopefully he can continue to do that till the end of the season.
Thank you, Coach. And coming up, first pitch, YD and Hyannis, last Sunday of the regular season here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it.
And that's when you said, so it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Welcome back to the booth here in Yarmouth. Zach Bourbon, Drake Tull getting you ready for the Hawks and the Red Sox. And before the game, as you'll see in the lineup shortly, lineup versatility has been a huge part of this Harbor Hawk team. Christian Moore has been the face of that. He's starting at second base today. And for more on that, he caught up with Bria Losick.
From Red Wilson Field alongside Christian Moore from Tennessee. Christian, the Hawks already clinched a playoff spot, but you guys are still battling for that #1 spot in the West Division. What's it like having that on the line in these last few games?
It feels pretty good, it's putting ourselves in a good situation for playoffs, being our #1 team. I think Katuitt is right behind us, so we're trying to get a win today, kind of solidify that #1 spot and head into the playoffs on Wednesday with a good spirit.
Today, you're in the lineup as a second baseman, but lately you've been playing in the outfield. What's it like switching positions from day to day?
It's always fun being a little versatile. It keeps you active, keeps you, kind of light on your feet, so it's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
And the season's winding down. You're leaving soon. What's your experience been like on the Cape this summer?
It's been amazing. This team's one of a kind. I don't think I've ever had a brotherhood like this. It's my first year of summer ball too, so I'm kind of happy to have this group of guys around me and this coaching staff to kind of welcome in this first year of summer ball for me. So.
Thank you so much, Christian. I'm Bria Losick, Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Thank you, Bria. Thank you, Christian. We are ready. We are rolling here from Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth. Beautiful day for baseball, 81 degrees and sunny. And time to take a quick look at the starting lineups for your Harbor Hawks. They lead off with Mitch Jebb at shortstop, Mike Sirota batting second in right field, Nolan Shonowell batting third, and at first base, batting cleanup, Cole McConnell in center field, batting fifth and doing the catching, Pancho Ruiz batting sixth, and at third base, Drew Erhard batting seventh, and in left field, Tito Flores batting eighth, and at second base, Christian Moore, and batting ninth and doing the DHing, Caleb Spur, and on the bump for YD is a man that we have not seen any of, and nobody other than Orleans has seen him. That'd be Trajan Meza, who's only come in for 1 inning, 1 appearance so far this Cape League season out of New Mexico State, when 1 inning gave up 3 runs. None of them were earned, but we'll get to your defensive alignments for YD after the first pitch. Harbor Hawks and Redsox, sit down, relax, and have yourself a good one. First pitch to Jeb, he takes low and in. Ball 1. Your fielding alignments for YD. Perez behind the plate. Bovee at third. Hadoon at short. Antillian at second base. Long at first. And then Bush, Carrick, and Freeberger left, center, and right in the outfield. 1-0 on Mitch Jeb. And the pitch is in the dirt again for Mitch. The count now 2-0 from Trajan Meza.
Yeah, we don't know much about Trajan Meza on Cape Cod because of the 1 inning he pitched where he allowed 3 runs. None of them earned, though, facing 5 batters in total. 14-3 this season at Cochise College. Am I saying that's Cochise?
Cochise College. And
I'll
tell you a little bit about
Come
Coach.
on.
2-0 to Jeb, and he swings and hits a chopper. That could be a tough play. And what if I told you that Mitch Jeb is on base yet again? An infield single to start the afternoon.
Yeah, Mitch Jeb's been pretty good at doing that here lately. In his last 11 trips to the plate, the guy has gotten on base 10 times. His last 15 he's gotten on base 14. Or 16 he's gotten on base 14 now. Unbelievable numbers from Jeb he's putting up right now, and he's second on Cape Cod in batting average.
Mitch Jeb has been absolutely ridiculous, but not too far behind him has been Mike Sirota. Had a tough day yesterday, but back in the number 2 hole tonight. Runner off of first is Jeb. We'll see where Meza goes. Meza, a former teammate of last year's Fremont Moo closer Marco Ozuna Jr. He's a friend of last year's broadcast booth. First pitch outside, runner goes, and Mitch Jeb. What if I told you he is now only 2 stolen bases behind Riku Nishida for the league and team lead?
Should be 1, actually. It's 24 and 23 now, and friend of the Fremont Moo broadcast booth or the Harbor Hawk broadcast booth?
Friend of the Moo broadcast booth. The Moo are actually starting in the playoffs. First game today at 5 o'clock tonight against the Western Nebraska Pioneers. I'm wishing my folks in Fremont the best of luck in that one. 1-0 to Sirota. Meza deals righty-righty. Sirota takes a breaking ball called. Strike number 1.
That's right at the Hyannis mark across his jersey, so you'll see the high strike called today pretty consistently. And Mike Sirota is someone who has cooled off all the way down to only batting .358.
Yeah, it says a lot about what he's done since joining the Harbor Hawks. He's been absolutely ridiculous. Got a runner on second here early, and the Harbor Hawks, minus Friday, you could say they've struggled a little bit with runners in scoring position as Meza throws back to first, not in time. You really have a YD roster that is starting to lose a lot of their guys that got them into first place. A whole lot of new additions in this lineup. And
Luke Schliger's the big one, too.
Luke Schliger, the big one, the Maryland catcher, no longer with the Red Sox. 1-1 pitch to Sirota. Inside almost hits him. Count 2-1.
You're looking at Trey and Meza, too, and what he was able to do. He had a 2.99 ERA at Cochise. Is that where we're going to? Cochise. All right, I can meet you at Cochise. At a total in 96 1/3, 133 strikeouts. That's pretty good.
That will certainly play. 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. Runner on second base. Meza deals. There's a breaking ball. That's going to be his bread and butter, called strike 2-2 on Mike Sirota.
You've seen a pretty wide zone today, both up top and outside. Those pitches being called strikes, so something the Harbor Hawks have to adjust to here early.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Harbor Hawks already a runner in scoring position. Jeb off of second, the 2-2. Breaking ball up and in, a little too high and in, and the count will run full on Mike Sirota. Sirota, in 15 games, the Hyannis Harbor Hawk, .359 average, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. That's what the kids call good. Payoff pitch here, Jeb off of second. Harbor Hawks already threatening to bring home the game's first run. Meza deals a payoff, and Jeb takes outside and away. Ball 4, and the Harbor Hawks have their first 2 runners aboard.
Yeah, so Mike Sirota will reach via the walk. You got a speedy guy at first in Sirota, a speedy guy in second in Jeb, and how about Nolan Shotwell, who's coming to the dish now? Somebody who's looking to get back in business for Hyannis. Again, he struggled a bit more after his 10-day break. So if you can get Shotwell's bat going into the playoffs, Hyannis is in an impeccable spot.
Shotwell sitting just above the Mendoza line, 204 average on the season in 33 games in the blue and orange. He's got first and second, nobody out. Hits righties well, and Meza will go back to second base on a delayed pickoff move. Jeb slides back in safely ahead of the throw.
Mentioned a YD team that's lost a lot of guys. They've lost a ton of the batting lineup. They've also lost a ton of their pitchers, too. So if you get to the bullpen, you're in good business, and as it sits, Trey and Meza, you're already playing pretty well against their starter.
Harbor Hawks have struggled a bit bringing home runners in scoring position. They already have one on today as a low strike on a fastball called on Shotwell. The count goes 0-1.
A good pitch there from Meza. Working the bottom of the strike zone with a fastball, and Nolan Shotwell, that's one of those that you give it to him again, he might just pick that one out of the yard.
Short dimensions here at YD, 352 to dead center, but also 352 to left and right. It's a straight horizontal fence going into the outfield as the pitch there taken low on the fastball and away, and the count will run even 1-1.
Shotwell's also one of the league leaders in walks, so if anybody's got a great eye, it's this guy. Even better than Riku Nishida. He was the guy that we thought had the best eye on Cape Cod. No, sir, it might just be Nolan Shotwell.
1-1 pitch to Shotwell. There's a breaking ball called strike at the knees, count 1-2. Riku's got the day off. One can expect, with his speed, that if the Harbor Hawks are in a situation for a pinch runner, he'll be the first guy off the bench.
Yeah, a day off can be misleading because he might just come back later in this ball game. Wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if we see him.
I mean, I'd say most of Riku's days off, we've seen him come into the game in the late innings. Should the situation arise, the 1-2, and Meza will check back off a second. So you have Jeb off of second, who reached on a single in the infield, then a stolen base, and then Mike Sirota grinded out a nice walk. So you have first and second, nobody out, no score here, top of the first. Hawks and Red Sox, your next door neighbors here on Cape Cod. Meza checks off second, righty-lefty, the 1-2 misses high and away.
Yeah, that one outside, you could tell pretty obviously that it was, and Shotwell smart to lay off of it. Talking about Riku being out of the lineup, Spur is in the 9-hole today, and you typically think, Skip put me in the 9 spot. Not on this team. That is a rite of passage, an honor to be in the 9-hole where Riku Nishida usually is.
I've been impressed by Caleb Spur's stuff. Kevin Ohm was, as we talked about in the pregame show. He's been quite impressed with Spur as well. The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, so Shotwell doesn't budge. And the man with one of the best set of eyes on Cape Cod draws the count full.
Well, if you're Trey and Meza here, welcome to Cape Cod. Now you got your first start. Nobody out. Mike Sirota on first after a walk. Mitch Jeb on second after an infield single. And Nolan Shotwell at the plate, who at any point in time could take you 400.
3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Hawks already threatening. Meza, righty-lefty, deals away the 3-2. Shotwell, high fly ball, left field. Bush on his way back, still going back, and the ball is caught out in left field. What a catch that was. It was Connor Carrick that came over, made a spectacular play.
That's Bush's ball right there, and Carrick makes the catch. Despite that ball being in left field, Bush couldn't find it, so Homer Bush Jr. got spun around like a crazy washing machine, and Cole Carrick had to come rescue him, make the catch, and a great defensive play.
Likely saves a run. Harbor Hawks smart not to run on the base paths to avoid getting doubled off. So you still only have first and second with 1 out for Cole McConnell, second on the team, and RBIs behind the man off of second base, Mitch Jeb. 267 average on the year for the center fielder out of Louisiana Tech. Righty-lefty again, favorable matchup, and Meza wisely keeping an eye on Jeb. Checks off a second, no throw.
I don't know if Trey and Meza thought he'd be able to get comfortable here early, but with Mitch Jeb on the base pass and the way the Harbor Hawks have ran this season, you'd be sweating. You got a lot to worry about right now.
First pitch to McConnell. Fastball misses outside. 1-0 to Cole McConnell. Hawks not bunching it much outside of the strike zone thus far today.
Definitely not. That is a great eye by Cole McConnell, who has continually worked his strikeout numbers down.
Jeb off of second, Sirota off of first. No score, top of the first, and the Harbor Hawks looking to get that evasive runner in scoring position home. They couldn't yesterday. They got shut out as the pitch was taken up high. 2-0 to McConnell yesterday. Not so sure you could put that on the Harbor Hawk bats as opposed to the right hand of Ben Shields, who shut the Harbor Hawks down en route to a 3-0 shutout win for Orleans. But time to turn the page. The Commodores last night losing 6-4. Gov Fuller Field in Falmouth, their 5th consecutive loss. As Mesa goes back to center field, and it gets into center field. Both runners will advance. And look at that. The ball is bobbled out in center field by Carrick coming home. As Jeb the throw home. That throw gets away. Going to third is Sirota, and the Harbor Hawks, thanks to yet another defensive miscue that they take advantage of, take a 1-0 lead.
Well, I don't know if I've welcomed him yet, but if I haven't, Trey and Mesa, welcome to Cape Cod. Glad to have you, my friend. And he has thrown over to second base multiple times now, and that time Antien is guarding, and Mesa disguises it to center field, and then Carrick says, I don't really want anything to do with this baseball. He boots the throw into center field, which we've seen the Harbor Hawks do, by the way. Gets away from him, smart on Beatty to send Jeb home. Carrick had plenty of time to still get Jeb coming home, but he overthrew it. Now Jeb has his 39th run of the season in 41 games.
Well, that will certainly play. First and second errors of the game for YD as that pitch taken just outside by McConnell in the strike zone, tightening up considerably for Mesa. The count now 3-0 on Cole McConnell with a runner off a third. 1 run already in. The Harbor Hawks a 3-0 lead. 3-0 pitch. McConnell takes up high, ball 4, and you go from 2 runners on and nobody home to 1 run home and 2 runners still on for Pancho Ruiz.
4-pitch walk there from Trehan Mesa, and he didn't miss any of them very badly. Only an inch or 2 off on quite a few of those. So even that last one, the 3-0 pitch, was a high fastball right around the numbers. We've seen that called a strike before, but even on a 3-0 count, not today in YD. So runners in the corners for the Harbor Hawks. Only 1 guy out. Poncho at the plate. Big spot for an extra base hit.
You'd like to see the Harbor Hawks add some insurance. First pitch to Poncho, just brushes him back a bit inside. 1-0. Poncho this season, 175 average on the year. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Defensively, he has drastically improved over the course of the season, and now a meeting on the mound. So the Harbor Hawks do what they do best. The small ball works in their advantage yet again, as you have Jeb reaching on the infield hit. He ends up coming around to score, and then 2 walks and 2 errors for YD. That's the bread and butter for the Hawks in terms of scoring runs this season.
Well, a large part that excites me about this is that we just saw the Harbor Hawks score their very first run in a couple of days. The last time I did that, it was against Catuit in that win at home. Yesterday against Orleans, they were shut out for the first time this season. Orleans' 8th shutout of the year they pitched, too. We ran into some of their coaches last night out and about, got to talk to them out on the town, and those guys were really excited. They had just shut out the mighty Harbor Hawks, the best offense on Cape Cod, the most runs on Cape Cod. And so it's good to see Hyannis back in that category with 1 on the board here in the top of the first. Can they spot a crooked letter and take advantage of already 2 YD Red Sox errors?
You know, it's tough to get shut out, but it says something else about this team that it took until game 40 to get shut out. Game 41, excuse me. But now you got runners in the corners for Pancho
Game
Ruiz.
42. That was game 41. Is that right?
41 was last night.
Okay.
Pancho takes that ball outside, now 2-0, and Ruiz ahead of the count. Not the start you're looking for if you're Mesa.
No, probably not.
Trey Jem Mesa out of Coach Ice College, transferring to New Mexico State in Las Cruces.
The Lobos.
The Lobos come fall. 2-0, runners in the corners, 1 out the pitch. Pancho checks his swing call to strike. McConnell throws to second base, and it is cut off by Mesa.
You know, that's probably as much as I was dismayed by that. Probably the right call by Mesa there because it wasn't a great throw. It was well off the line and headed right. So the fact that he cut that off meant that Mike Sirota wasn't going to come from third to home because it was a legit possibility with runners in the corners, but another stolen base for the Harbor Hawks, and the 11th for Cole McConnell.
McConnell swipes his 11th. Now a 2-1 count, second and third, 1 out. The pitch to Poncho. He hits it on the ground through the left field side. Base hit. Scoring easily, Sirota. Holding up at third is McConnell. It's an RBI single for Poncho Ruiz. And the Harbor Hawks take a 2-0 lead.
Well, you can tell there's communication issues here, too. That ball was cut off, and had Cole McConnell gone, he would have scored easily considering where that ball was cut off coming in from Homer Bush Jr. So everything there works out in the Harbor Hawks' favor. They score a run on a Poncho Ruiz single. Why stop now? You got Drew Erhard at the plate here. If he can come up, get you another base hit, you still got a guy on third base. Now, the big question, Zach, he's got sneaky speed. Do you steal Poncho Ruiz at first base?
I would give tentative. What's the
green
yellow
light?
Yellow
green light.
Okay.
I
Poncho's
like
got
it.
one career stolen base at San Diego State. The first pitch, Erhard shows bunt.
He was 4 for 5.
And it's taken low, so...
Don't short my guy Poncho like that. He's 4 for
5.
5 at San Diego State in stolen bases. That guy's got sneaky speed. They called him sneaky speed in high school.
So runners on the corners for Drew Erhard at a University of Tampa. Kevin Ohm brought him up in his pregame show. The 1-0 pitch, Erhard shows bunt, lays it down foul. The count 1-1.
Well, thank goodness that went foul because that's an out at home plate. Erhard bunted that about as hard as he could right back at the first baseman, Long. Long would have picked it up, thrown it home to Perez, and now granted if the throw would have been on the line, that's a big question mark there. If it was, you probably get Cole McConnell out coming home.
Harbor Hawks looking to avoid outs on the base path, something that, with their aggressive base running, you'll run into at times, but still there are some moments where you want to cut down on those. Runners on the corners, 2 already in, the 1-1. That's line to center field, base hit, and that's going to score Cole McConnell easily. Drew Erhard, welcome to the RBI column. His first run batted in on Cape Cod this summer, and it's a 3-zip lead for the folks in blue and orange.
Well, Zach, I think I hear it in the distance. They've got a speaker that's faulty here at Red Wilson Field. And out in right field, I can hear it. It's Sunday morning. What is it? Man, she woke up fighting mad. I think that's what it said.
When it rains, it pours. The last time we sang that song on air.
The last time I sang that song was actually last night, along with the Orleans head coaches. Not head coaches, the assistant coaches.
Well, the last time we sang that on air, the Harbor Hawks wound up losing that game 18-10.
No, we've sang it since then. We've sang it about the Harbor Hawks, Zach.
First pitch, Tito Flores called a strike. So, hey, Drew Erhard, good piece of hitting right up the middle, and the Harbor Hawks a 3-0 lead. So, putting the struggles and the woes behind them with runners in scoring position nice and early. But can they really get this thing going and out of reach early on? The 0-1 to Tito in the dirt. Nice block there from Perez.
Zach, I got bad news for the YD Red Sox.
What is that?
Jake Berry's starting for Hyannis.
Yeah, that could be a problem. We'll get into Jake Berry when or if that bottom of the first inning ever comes around, because he has been lights out in his last few appearances. But right now, Trajan Meza with runners on first and second, only 1 out, 3 already in. He's got something to work around. The 1-1 to Tito Flores, way up high, 2-0.
Zach, I am tempted to sing with the new mixer, these microphones, all these cool, nifty little settings we got here. It has like the auto tune on it. I don't think it would sound as bad as it usually does. You know I'm a Spotify published singer. Did you know that? I don't know if I ever told you that.
I don't think you've told me that.
Walking in Waco.
2-1, and that gets Tito Flores in on the hand. The bases are now loaded as Tito will trot down to first base. And up steps Christian Moore with the bases loaded. And hey, another new first base coach, Austin Amaral, now coaching at first.
Yelling and moaning on and on about the time I had. Tito Flores at first, Drew Erhard at second. Over at third base is Poncho Ruiz with his sneaky speed. Could he steal home plate? Probably not. But Christian Moore comes the dish. Can you keep it going? Zach, I got news for you. That spot in the lineup for Hyannis, you get past the 4-hole McConnell, Ruiz, Erhard, Flores, Moore, and then Spur are all guys that have either struggled recently or they're unproven. So if you can get the production going in that group of guys, you're in great shape. And so far for Hyannis, things have worked out pretty well today.
Well, the winningest coach in Cape Cod Baseball League history, Scott Pickler, will take the long trot out onto the mound. Not seeing anybody warming in the arm barn for YD, and they're actually going to bring in a new pitcher. Look at that. So only 1/3 of an inning for Trajan Meza. That's it. We'll see who the new arm is, and we're going to take a quick break on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile?
Yep. T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen. Tell Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Tell Mama.
Well, it's already 3-0 Hawks. The bases are loaded, and 1/3 of an inning is all it takes for Trajan Meza. Gives up 3 hits, 3 runs. Can't say all of them are earned, but I couldn't tell you because the Wi-Fi is not working here.
Hey, Zach, I can tell you he has 1 earned run today of his 3 runs, but I can tell you also this. Pancho Ruiz stands at third base. He would be another earned run on that ledger if he's able to come around and score against our new pitcher.
Our new pitcher out of UC Berkeley, that would be
Von Matarar.
Von Matarar, who has surely seen one of our favorite catchers in the Cape Cod Baseball League, in Caleb Lomavita, as both of them play at University of California. But what a big spot here for Christian Moore to come in with the bases loaded, already 3 in, and a chance to blow this game sky high. You haven't seen the Harbor Hawks put up a big first inning. We've seen 3 or 4 runs on occasion, but not a huge first inning as Christian Moore comes to the plate.
Well, Von Matarar is a 3-pitch guy, more or less. Against righties, he's going to throw a fastball 52% of the time, changeup 13%, slider 14%. And you're sitting at home and you're saying, Drake, that doesn't equal 100%. And you'd be exactly right, but I'm just reading what this page tells me.
Von Matarar, he has only thrown 1 inning this whole season on Cape Cod. So that speaks to, the roster turnover that YD's had. Does throw a first pitch strike to Christian Moore.
Little hanging breaking ball there from Matarar. Mauterer. You think that's what it is? Mauterer. I don't know, Zach.
Pancho off of third. Off of second is Drew Erhard. Off of first, Tito Flores. 3-0 Hawks, top of the first. Zach Berman, Drake Toll, Hawks looking to add more. Righty, the 0-1, spiked in the dirt. 1-1, and I'm sure that Mater is wishing that it was Caleb Lomavita, his fellow UC Berkeley product, making that play.
Yeah.
The catcher, Waldy Perez, looks like he's new as well. And
yeah, Zach, you just go ahead and throw a dart at a board that has the YD roster on it. You're probably going to hit a new guy.
1-1 pitch to Moore. He swings right through it, was looking for a grand slam. Hawks haven't hit one of those yet this year.
Oh, well, I mean, they had an inside the park grand slam that was ruled a triple.
That is true, and that was
the old Rocco Pepe.
Rocco Pepe.
Missed that guy.
Inside the park grand slam. Moore, 173, no homers, 6 RBIs. Hawks looking to do some more damage here and give Jake Berry a bigger cushion. The 1-2 to Christian Moore. Righty, Matar deals the line up the middle, through, base hit, scoring easily, Pancho. Right behind him, Drew Erhard. The throw is not in time. A 2-run single for Christian Moore. Keep the conga line a-coming. The Harbor Hawks have now taken a 5-0 lead.
Well, by Tuesday, you could say that girl was good as gone, and Thursday came around, I was all alone. So, Zach, I tell you what I did. I went for a drive to clear my mind, ended up at a shell on I-65.
Well, I don't think anybody won $100 off those scratch-off tickets, except for whoever won the Powerball. And
did someone win?
Yeah, outside of Chicago.
Someone won the Powerball.
Someone won that billion.
1.3, I think it was up to 1.3 billion.
Up to 1.3 billion.
Cow.
So if you're playing the Massachusetts State Lottery, you're not winning that much, but the Harbor Hawks are winning 5-0 right now. Only 1 out as Caleb Spur takes a breaking ball first pitch called strike. So RBI is 7 and 8 for Christian Moore and Spur. Hey, In 7 at-bats on Cape Cod, 3 hits already.
Hey,
An average
not
of
bad.
428 out of Endicott College.
Spur hit 333 in the Futures League.
Spur foul tips it into the glove of Waldy Perez, count 0-2. So Tito Flores on second, Christian Moore off of first. You do have some sneaky speed there as the lineup set to flip over.
Yeah, Mitch Jebb standing right there. He's going to come bat again already.
Harbor Hawks have sent 9 guys to the plate, only 1 out as they're looking to really blow this thing a mile up into the sky. Righty. Mounter checks off of second, deals the 0-2, and it's a swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. Nice breaking ball there from the UC Berkeley righty. And with that, the Harbor Hawks have officially batted around here in the top of the first.
Well, luckily, you've only got to deal with a one-hole hitter in Mitch Jebb, who's just... He's been okay recently, so that may behoove the YD Red Sox, but they're not too worried about the guy who's hitting, 362 with 22 RBI, 49 hits, 39 runs scored from Saginaw, Michigan.
Well, Jebb already has an infield single and a run scored.
Yeah.
And he's in against Von Motterer with runners off first and second, 2 outs. That would be 5 runs already in. First pitch to Jebb, takes a breaking ball, gone, strike 1.
Mitch Jebb, that guy's just nuts, man. Insane at baseball.
Hey.
In his last week, he's got a 524 batting average, 524, and he's got an OBP of 565.
Well, that's even on a day where the Hawks get shut out, 3 for 4 yesterday.
Yeah. He is my pick for Cape League Player of the Year. Tell you why else. He's got 22 RBI, which is second on Cape Cod right now. He's second in stolen bases with 23. We've already mentioned first in runs with 39, second in batting average at 362. He has been electric. He also plays on the best team on Cape Cod. That doesn't hurt his case.
He also didn't even play the first week of the season.
Yeah.
So you got these numbers for a guy that has not even played the full season.
Right. No, that's a great point. Has still played more than Matt Shaw, though. It's him and Matt Shaw right now.
Motter deals breaking ball, drops in, called strike 2. Count 1-2. The Harbor Hawks 4 runs. They take advantage of 2 errors from YD in the top of the first, and that's where we stand. Their starter, Meza, only knocked out after a third of an inning. He's allowed 5 earned runs per point streak. And the Harbor Hawks.
He's allowed 5 earned runs?
That's what it says. That's what it says.
You have to check you on that one. Wow, they did give him 5.
Pitch is fouled away. You want to know why it's 5 earned runs? Because the error was on him.
Yeah, no, you're right. The error was on him. Huh. Okay. He skied a ball into center field. What was the other error?
The other error was the throwing error that came in.
So
I think that would be 4 earned runs,
yeah,
if we're being technical.
Uh-huh.
So 5 runs, 4 of them earned. Let's call a spare a spare.
I think it's a spade a spade.
Spade a spade.
It's all right. 1 letter off.
Just a singular letter off. The Hawks have already put up a crooked letter as Drake calls it as Jebb fouls that one away on the 1-2.
Yeah, Zach, I think it is a number, but you're right. I have said crooked letter here before. MISSISSIPPI.
Mississippi.
Yep.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Mitch Jebb. Some might call him the best hitter in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Stands.
I am some.
Well, I mean, I think I would be in agreement with
you. Are you also some? Okay.
Yeah. Stands in 6'1", 180 from the left side. Mounter deals the 1-2, and Jebb slaps it to second base, fielded by Antillian, throw to first in time. So the Harbor Hawks bring 10 guys to bat. They scratch across 5 runs on 4 hits, and before you can say Jake Berry's coming out to start the bottom of the first, the Harbor Hawks take a 5-0 lead.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, they're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why do you sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice Sounds like
my inside voice?
Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
Well, welcome back to Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth. Zach Berman, Drake Dull. The Harbor Hawks drop a 5 spot on YD in the top of the first inning, and Jake Berry comes in with a nice big comfy cushion, and he hasn't even needed that because in his last 4 starts, he has been special.
Zach, I don't know what it is about the Harbor Hawks playing YD, but it feels like they just put up a ton of runs early. Remember that game in Hartford? The last time these two teams played was at Dunkin' Donuts Park, and the Harbor Hawks just went on a field day in the first inning of that ball game. I remember Mac Del Cotto was pitching, didn't get on the bump for 30 minutes into that game, and similar here, Jake Berry. I mean, this poor guy expected to pitch 20 minutes ago, and half hour later, here he comes, and the guy, he's been lights out all season long. Jake Berry's stats on Cape Cod. He's faced 82 batters, struck out 17 of them, only walked 6 through 20 and a third. He's allowed 3 earned runs in that span. 20 and a third, 12 hits, 3 earned runs.
Well, what are you supposed to say? Homer Bush Jr. leads off for YD. We'll get to those lineups soon after. First pitch, foul, high, and was that caught?
Yes, it was.
That was caught. Nolan Shotwell with an amazing catch up against the Harbor Hawks dugout. Wow.
Yeah, that is neat. You could see the way he dove for it. That guy, like full extension, laying out on the right side of the field. 1 pitch, 1 out for Jake Berry. That is not what you want if you are a YD Red Sox.
Well, just to get you through this lineup, it is Woody Hedin batting second at short, Hayden Schott batting third DHing, Cole Carrick cleanup center field, Mike Bovee batting fifth at third base. There's a called strike to Hedin. Johnny Long batting sixth at first, Gunnar Antillion batting seventh at second base, Dom Freeberger batting eighth and right, Waldy Perez batting ninth and catching another called strike on Woody Hedin, one of the newest members.
Well, you may have heard of Woody Hedin, too, because this guy was the league MVP in the Appy League.
0-2 pitch.
Yep.
Sent a little bit low. Yes, the league MVP in the Appy League.
Wait a second. I was told that pregame, but in the Appy League, he had a .245 batting average. There's no way he was the league MVP in the Appy this summer.
He played with the Princeton Whistle Pigs of the Appy League.
No way. Is that real?
Yeah, it's a real team name. Out of UC Irvine. Are they the Anteaters? I think they are. The 1-2 pitch is called strike 3. Hedin down looking, and Jake Berry efficiently 2 up, 2 down.
Hedin was the MVP of the All-Star game in the Appy League, and he is the winner of a brand new strikeout today.
That brings up Hayden Schott out of Columbia, not Columbia, Missouri, where I go to school, but Columbia University in the Ivy League.
The Lions. I saw this guy play in a college baseball game in the Blacksburg Regional at Virginia Tech.
First pitch fouled away. Schott in 6 games with YD, 308 average, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, 8 hits in 26 plate appearances. That's a pretty good start to your wood bat summer. A lefty, a 1, and oh boy, Hayden Schott digs for 1 in the dirt. Count quickly 0-2. Defensive alignments for the Hawks: Poncho behind the plate, Erhard at third, Jeb at short, Moore at second, Shonello at first, Tito McConnell and Sirota in left, center, and right respectively. The 0-2 pitch, lefty, Berry deals, and it's fouled straight back into the screen.
Yeah, I like this Schott guy. 26 at-bats, 3 strikeouts. He's got 8 hits, 5 RBI, and a couple of runs already with a .308 batting average. The Columbia product, Humbeb.
Harbor Hawks already a 5-0 lead, but Jake Berry looking to silence the YD bats in order. That one popped foul on the 1-2 towards the dugout, and it finds the bleachers. Remember, there are no fences to separate the fans from the field of play down the left and right field lines here at Red Wilson Field. No lights either. 4:30 start. I'd say we got another 2.5 hours at least of light. It is a beautiful sunny day here.
Columbia, that's an Ivy League school, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's neat. Must be pretty smart.
Lefty, the 0-2. Barry deals away, swing and a miss. So you think the 20 minutes late that Jake Barry had to spend in the dugout might have affected him? Not the case. Whitey goes down in order 1, 2, 3, and the Hawks lead 5-0 after 1.
Diet Coke? Were you my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Welcome back to Red Wilson Field. The Harbor Hawks a 5-0 lead after 1 inning of play. Zach Berman, Drake Toll. And how do you respond after sending 10 guys to the dish in the first inning?
I think you send 20.
That would certainly be quite the spectacle. Mike Sirota steps in to the batter's box. Sirota, Shonowell, and Cole McConnell, 2, 3, and 4. Set to get at it here against Vaughn Motterer, who finished the job, didn't allow any earned runs, came into a tough situation as well.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can also listen to live audio on Mixlr today. There's a call strike on Sirota. Mixlr is uninterrupted audio, so you're sitting there thinking to yourself, oh man, I want to close my YouTube app, I want to cook some chicken, but I can't. You can. You can. You just open up the Mixlr, MIXLR, download it, search Harbor Hawks.
The 0-1 lined up the middle, and another base hit. Mike Sirota, welcome to the hit column today.
Mikey Mike and the Funky Hawks. The guy's on base again. He's been really, really good at the whole baseball thing, and now he's gotten on base twice today. His OBP is only going to get better. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
That was just a shrug, like, yeah, no, it's like, what else
okay.
can you say about this guy?
Right.
Well, that brings up Nolan Shonowell, and it was here on the 4th of July that we found out that his name was not pronounced Shanuel, like we had been saying, but Shonowell, because Austin Strickland came right up to us, right in front of us, and said, it's pronounced Shonowell. And we looked at him, and we were like, what are you talking about?
I thought he was a silly goose.
I thought he was a silly goose as well, but Nolan's family is Shonowell swings and misses, was out here not soon after on Cape Cod, and they told us, yes, it is in fact Nolan Shonowell.
Isn't that wild, huh?
Runner off of first for Shonowell, who's 0 for 1 with a long, loud fly out to left. And Motterer checks back off first. He's got a good pickoff move. Sirota barely dodges his way back.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid pickoff move. See if he does it again. I mean, Mike Sirota's got solid speed over there. We've seen him steal a couple of bags this year.
Sirota's got one. 2 swipes with the Hawks this season. The 0-1, another pickoff move by Motterer. Not in time. Sirota does have the speed, like we have mentioned. This spring at Brewster, not at Brewster, excuse me, at Northeastern, 10 stolen bases. He was only caught 3 times. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball taken outside and high by Shonowell. Count 1-1.
That was my pitch. The high outside fastball. You know, it made me stop hitting after 6th grade because I was so bad. But you give me that pitch, 1 out of every 10 times I saw it, I was going to hit it a long way.
Righty lefty. Motterer deals the 1-1. Shonowell shows bunt, and the pitch is in the dirt, so the count now 2-1. Not something we've seen yet this year. Shonowell bunting.
Yeah, true. He just showed it there, flashed it to him, see if you can throw a guy off. I mean, I did that too. I wasn't very good at hitting, like I said. So what I would do is I would fake the bunt, and I would wiggle the bat pretty aggressively. And the pitcher would get freaked out. He'd just throw it in the dirt, and I would get walked. I had like an 800 OBP with a batting average of about 50.
Hey, whatever works. 2-1 pitch. Shonowell chops it foul. The count will go even at 2s.
Did you ever play baseball, Zach?
Yeah, I wasn't particularly good at it.
Okay. Is that why we're in the broadcast booth?
That's what I always tell people. There's a reason I'm calling the games and not playing.
Had a couple producers that both played high school softball, though, so they know a thing or two about being on the diamond.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Righty-lefty Mounter deals, and Shonowall cuts and misses at 1 in the dirt. Not something you see very often from Nolan Shonowall, but that is the first out of the inning.
Yeah, so as Shonowall hops back to the dugout, you see Cole McConnell, who's got a run today after he walked in his first at-bat earlier. And for Shonowall, his 21st strikeout of the season, that has not been an awful category by any means whatsoever for this guy. So he is for such great power that he has, his strikeout numbers are just fine.
He's still walked more than he's struck out. Runner off of first for
That's true.
Cole McConnell takes a fastball called strike at the knees.
You don't get a lot of those on Cape Cod. I mean, Riku Nishida, if I remember correctly, he also has more strikeouts than walks. So seeing a guy with more walks than strikeouts is wildly rare up here.
That being true, we also did not see Riku Nishida pushing 300 at the plate, but that's where we are 42 games into the season as that one fouled away by Cole McConnell.
I think I remarked to somebody earlier this year that Riku Nishida bats 300. He's a league MVP, and he's also in the top 10. He's in that top 10 conversation for guys who are, he's obviously outside looking in, but not that far off of being the best guy on Cape Cod.
No, not that far at all, and I would call him the most electric player in Cape Cod League Baseball. Sirota goes, pitch taken in the dirt, and going to second base without a throw is Mike Sirota. That's his 3rd stolen base as a Harbor Hawk. Now the count 1-2 on McConnell.
Well, we are all Cape League voters, our entire broadcast crew,
Yes,
our
we
producers, myself, you, Austin. We all get to vote for the All Cape League, so he will certainly be in that conversation. Riku will from Most Electric. I know, I'm getting odd looks. Yeah, 100%. Hundo P, as they say.
No, I've got some good ideas of where I'm going to go with some certain categories. Others I need to hash out.
Yeah.
1-2, 1 out, 5-0 Hyannis. Malter deals pitch in the dirt. Nice block there from Waldy Perez, so the count will go 2-2.
Well, I think the GM of the year has to go to Nick Johnson, but Coach of the Year, Skip of the Year, you got Scott Landers or Eric Beatty. Both of those guys in their first year with their respective teams. I think it was Landers' first year. You've got a really tight competition there, and I think it may come down to who wins the division.
Well, we shall see indeed. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to McConnell. Malter deals in the dirt. Count will run full.
If you put McConnell on here with 1 down, you got runners at first and second, and Pancho Ruiz coming to the dish. So 3-2 count. We've already mentioned McConnell's strikeout numbers. He struck out 36 times this season and 135 at-bats. If he can find a way to get on here, you're in a solid spot with Pancho coming up. Another couple of guys on with a big righty to hit.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 5-0 Hawks our score. Malter, righty-lefty, deals away the 3-2, and McConnell swings and misses on a low fastball for out number 2.
Yeah, you know, he cut on ball 4, just couldn't get even a piece of it, and so as he goes back to the dugout, you still have a runner in scoring position with 2 down for Pancho.
Pancho Ruiz 1 for 1 with an RBI single today as he steps into the batter's box right-handed.
Yeah.
Pancho is...
Boy, that would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy. Pancho and George Corona, now the 2 catchers the rest of the way. Jacob Campbell went off and is signed with the San Diego Padres. Checking off a second, Malter deals first pitch in the dirt.
I wonder what Jacob Campbell's up to today. You talked to him recently?
I have not.
Okay.
One of the more fun catchers I've ever worked with is from a broadcast standpoint.
Yeah. Cool guy. Good at baseball.
Good at baseball for sure. 1-0. Runner off a second, Sirota. Malter checks off second again, deals righty. Pancho takes an inside fastball called a strike, count 1-1. You know, if you're Scott Pickler, you gotta like what you're seeing out of Malter early because these are these guys that you're gonna need to be big in the playoffs because you've lost so many arms, and he'd only come in having thrown 1 inning on Cape so far this summer, throws that one low, 2-1, but he got his team out of a jam, and 5-0 you can still come back from. If you're down 8-0 or something along those lines, I don't know what you can do about that one.
It's kind of nuts, Zach Berman, that of all the teams that are going to make the playoffs, the one who I'd want to play most right now comes to the East Division. It's the YD Redsox, who lead the East Division.
They don't lead it by as much as they once did. The 2-1 pitch to Ruiz, taken just a little bit low, and the count will run 3-1.
Yeah, it's Brewster's world right now. We're all living in it. The Whitecaps have won 3 straight. They are still 2 games back of YD with 3 games to go, so that one is getting tight.
Yeah, you know, the 2 teams that made the championship series last year, Bourne and Brewster, have both woken up and gotten red hot down the stretch. 3-1 pitch to Ruiz, and he takes low ball for Pancho Ruiz. Has reached base first 2 times tonight. Look at Mike Sirota. He just swiped third and caught YD napping.
No, Perez lost the ball. Yeah, Perez lost the ball about 10 feet to his right, and it skipped off well enough that Sirota, I'm not sure that he caught him napping, just Perez couldn't quite get to it, so he'll take third base, but not a stolen base.
Not a stolen
Instead,
base.
that one's going to be a wild pitch, most likely, because it was decently out of I don't know. Perez probably could have got it.
Either way, you have runners on the corners, 2 outs, and Drew Erhard, who is one of the few RBIs the Harbor Hawks have had today. That would be 3, considering 2 scored on the error. First pitch, Drew Erhard takes low, ball 1. Erhard 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He has been good since coming up from Tampa. Now an average right at the Mendoza line of 200, but he does have that RBI to his name. Make that, yes, 200 on the dot. 1 ball and a strike. Ball, no strikes. Pitch is taken just a bit low by Erhard, 2-0, and he's now in the driver's seat of this count.
Yeah, Matterer asked where that missed, and he had every right to ask that, because I am not sure. Erhard got a gift there.
2-0 now the count. Matterer sets and deals the pitch, and Erhard fouls it off his foot. The count will go 2-1. Off of third is Mike Sirota. Off of first, Pancho Ruiz. The Harbor Hawks a 5-0 lead here in the top of the second. A crucial game in terms of seeding for both teams, as well as 2 teams with championship aspirations, but that have fallen on hard times as of late.
Yeah, neither team wants to lose. That's for sure.
2-1 pitch. Fouled straight to the left by Erhard. Now the count will run 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Don't look now. Matterer could strike out 3 and hold the Harbor Hawks scoreless, which is 1 more strike right here.
Here comes the 2-2 from Matterer to Drew Erhard, the Tampa Spartan righty bat. 2-2. Way up high to Erhard. The count will go full.
Yeah, that was not going to strike out Drew Erhard right there. So, count runs full. For Erhard, I think you're probably looking breaking ball after that fastball from Matterer, especially eye level.
Let's see what Matterer gives Drew Erhard. You got a runner off at third. Sirota reached on a single and then took the extra base in the wild pitch. Runner off of first, Pancho Ruiz, who worked to walk the payoff pitch to 3-2. Inside, the bases are loaded again.
All right, bases juiced, and Tito Flores steps up the dish. Tito this season, one of the top 5 guys eligible in batting average. He's at 231 right now over the course of 104 at-bats. Another guy who's trying to get back in the swing of things after a break. He does have a total of 16 walks this season, so the guy's got a pretty good eye. But a guy who's getting back in the full swing after a break, went home for the draft and is now back here with the Harbor Hawks. So for him and Nolan Shonowell both, it's about getting back into a groove. Tito could certainly do that with the bases juiced here.
Righty, first pitch, Flores swings away, fouls it away. Count 0-1. Tito was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Harbor Hawks already almost their second full time through the order, and we're only in the top of the second. Zach Berman, Drake Toll, the Harbor Hawks a 5-0 lead. Off of third, Sirota. Off of second, Pancho. Off of first, Drew Erhard. As stepping off the bump now is Vaughn Mater, the Cal Berkeley righty.
Yeah, Mitch Jebb's going to come to the plate for the 3rd time in at least the 3rd inning.
The 0-1 taken up high by Flores. The count 1-1. Tito 230 on the season. 2 homers, 7 RBIs.
Matterer also at 39 pitches right now. 16 balls, 23 strikes.
Harbor Hawks are working his count even if they necessarily haven't scored off of him. The 1-1 pitch. Tito swings right through a fastball. The count 1-2.
Pretty good wind today, blowing straight out of left field, so have a field day if you're a righty.
Couldn't tell you the wind speed off the top of my head. I'm actually going to look at it right now. Your wind speed is...
If you're Christian Moore, it's a great day to have a home run, especially if you get up with the bases juiced.
Southwest 13 miles an hour. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, bases loaded. Righty, the pitch away, and it's in the dirt. 2-2. Nice eye by Flores to stay alive.
What are you saying there, weatherman?
It's a 13-mile-per-hour wind.
13 miles an hour.
And it's blowing out to the southwest, so yes, out to left field.
Well, that's what the flag says.
Off of third, Sirota. Off of second, Pancho Ruiz. Off of first, Drew Erhard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hawks already up 5-0. Righty, Mounter deals, pitch taken in the dirt by Flores, and the count will run full.
3-2. Montre's got himself in another full count here against Tito Flores. We've already mentioned the walk numbers for Flores are really solid. So he's going to have a solid eye on the ball here. Runners on first, second, and third for the Michigan product.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No runs already in the top of the second inning, but the Hawks a 5-0 lead. Righty, Mounter deals away. Tito, high fly ball. Left field, it's going to stay in the yard. Bush stepping up a little bit. Under it makes the catch, and the Harbor Hawks will leave them loaded. No runs, 1 hit, 3 left on after 1.5 innings of play. Our score, 5-0 Hawks on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
Be a bad mother.
Top of the second inning, the Harbor Hawks left them loaded. Bottom of the second inning, Jake Berry back on the bump. 5-zip bar score. Zach Berman, Drake Dole here at Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth. And as they come back out to, hey, Mickey Yusufine, I got to tell you, best visiting or road playlist all season. I think I got to give the nod to YD.
Yeah,
good music here.
It's no McKeon Ballpark. That is maybe the most legendary Spotify playlist in creation, but at the same time, pretty good playlist. I tell you, I threw a bullpen before the game today.
No, you did not.
They let me go out and throw a bullpen. Direct quote from Nick Johnson. That pitch, I'm coming right into the knees, the four seam. He said, that pitch with your length and your arm slot, that would get some guys. It's a direct quote from Nick Johnson, the GM. If anybody knows baseball, it's that guy who recruited this entire team. He
Nick Johnson could be a potential GM of the year candidate. 4, 5, and 6. Cole Carrick digs in, hits it on the ground. First pitch to third. Fielded by Erhard across the diamond, and a nice scoop there by Nolan Shonowell out of the dirt for out number 1.
Yeah, Shonowell helped complete that play from Erhard, and a nice play from Erhard on a ball that Carrick just barely. It was interesting the way that he got behind that ball. Had a lot of English on it. Quick spin, and a good job by Erhard to track it into the glove, complete the play. Jake Berry, 4 up, 4 down.
Mike Bovee into the batter's box. Former Summit League Player of the Year at University of Nebraska, Omaha. Former Hastings Sodbuster of the Expedition League.
Nebraska Moo.
Fremont Moo.
Well,
pitch taken low and away. They do play Nebraska. 1-0, now 2-0 on Bovee. We've seen him at first. We've also seen him at third. And we've seen him in the outfield as well. So Bovee has played all over the place for YD, and his bat's going to be especially valuable down the stretch. Pitch taken low again, 3-0 the count. Berry is working fast.
Yeah. Well, also, your innings, you need to be ERA eligible. 25 right now. So if Berry is able to go 5 innings in this game. He
There's a
is
strike.
ERA eligible and could be the second Harbor Hawk to be in the top 4 in the league in ERA.
Who was the other? I believe it is
Zach?
Jackson Emis. No? Is it Volker?
Zach Volker's number
Okay.
3. Yeah, I don't think
3-1
is very
pitch.
close.
Taking low, ball force. There's your first base runner of the afternoon as Mike Bovee works a 5-pitch walk that will bring up Johnny Long. And Johnny Long has had an interesting journey because Johnny Long has not played much of all with YD. He's played with Chatham.
Huh.
Yeah.
Johnny
Long steps into the batter's box batting right-handed. Runner off of thirst, Mike Bovee. Lefty-righty. First pitch from Jake Berry. Long, deep drive down the left field line, and that ball is gone. Johnny Long hits that ball a long way for a 2-run home run, and the Red Sox are on the board. It's 5-2.
Well, I'll go ahead and take responsibility for that one. Just as we were talking about Jake Berry going 5 innings and being ERA eligible, gives up a 2-run home run after a walk and adds a couple of earned runs here. I also said 4 up, 4 down. So I went ahead and just jinxed every part of that. And then Johnny Long comes up, takes advantage of a breaking ball from Jake Berry. Just hung up a little bit too much, and boy, that ball was crushed and got out fast.
Well, he hit it off. There's an LED sign off to the left, right inside that left field foul pole.
Soccer field
It's a
scoreboard.
Soccer field scoreboard, and it clanked right off it. Gunnar Antillian swings and misses on that one. Count 0-1.
Also, Jackson Emis,
Yes.
16 innings pitched this year. Brody McCullough, 20. So Emis is about 10 innings away from being eligible.
Hit on the ground to Drew Erhard across the diamond in time. So a nice recovery there after the homer by Jake Berry, and now 2 outs here.
It makes you think. Hawks left the bases loaded in the second. Didn't feel like it meant too much, up 5-0, but now at 5-2. You're sweating a little bit. You're not sweating yet, but you at least are acknowledging that it's a 3-run game in which YD at any point in time could come back on one swing of the bat.
Dom Freeberger steps in. First pitch, called a strike. What did you say the minimum innings amount is for ERA eligible?
25.
Yeah, well, Emis through 16 innings, he's .56, so he's certainly on the right track. He's just got a ways to go. The
Yeah,
1-1
he needs 10 innings. So if Jackson Emis goes out and throws a complete perfect game, then yes.
1-1 taken outside. Now 2-1 from Jake Berry to Dom Freeberger. Dominic Freeberger out of UNC Asheville. 2-1. Just misses a little bit outside, now 3-1. He started the season, the MLB Draft League, with the Frederick Keys, in which he batted .280, no homers, 11 RBIs.
Named after Francis Scott.
Francis Scott Key, who wrote the national anthem. The 3-1 pitch is spiked, so the second walk of the inning for Jake Berry, an uncharacteristically shaky second inning at that. And that puts the 8-hitter on for the number 9 hitter, Waldy Perez. And someone who has only had 1 at-bat in the entire Cape Cod Baseball League. He is brand new to the organization. Waldir Perez out of San Pedro, California, and hold on, I had the school up, El Camino College in Torrance, California.
What do you know about El Camino College, Zach Berman?
I don't know that much. First pitch to Perez, breaking ball called a strike. What I can tell you is that in 26 at-bats, only 2 hits.
Oh.
So an average of 0.77 this past season.
In college?
In college.
What?
The 0-1 pitch to Waldir Perez, breaking ball called a strike again. Count 0-2.
Berry just threw the same curveball twice in the outside part of the plate, and it broke about 1.5 feet. That is a nasty pitch. Do it again. Do it again.
The 0-2, 2 outs. Berry deals away, and it's a high pop. Foul territory, right field side, out of play. We stay 0-2. So yes, Waldir Perez only in his second at bat as a member of the YD Red Sox. and he comes in with a runner on first in a 5-2 ball game. Bottom of the second, 0-2, lefty-righty. Barry deals, and it's inside, almost hits Perez, and the count will go 2-2.
It becomes so crucial, too, to have your starters go 4 or 5 innings because you don't want to start throwing bullpen guys down the stretch where games matter more, and then next thing you know, you're in the playoffs. So everything becomes a wild game of strategy right here.
2-2, swing and a miss, gets behind Pancho. He's going to have to make a long throw. He throws, not in time. Perez beats it out. And on a drop third strike, the inning shall continue.
Yeah, not exactly what the doctor ordered there for the Harbor Hawks. Says now you got to deal with Homer Bush Jr., who's batting .283. The guy's coming to the bat 91 times. Or had 91 at-bats, 26 hits. Only
Homer
6 RBI, though, and
Bush.
26 strikeouts, so that works out in your favor.
Homer Bush Jr.
Scottsdale, Arizona, Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon, the Grand Canyon Antelopes.
Lopes up.
Lopes up, indeed. I believe he is the son of Homer Bush Sr., who's part of that 1998 Yankees championship team.
Zach, what would give that away? Maybe the fact he's named Homer Bush Jr.?
First pitch to Bush is missed for ball 1.
I can tell you this, Homer Bush Sr. was not Homer Bush Sr. during the 98 championship game.
No, he was not.
Because Homer Bush was not born.
Well, believe it or not, Homer Bush does represent the tying run on base.
I'm going to go with not. Ha.
Runners on first and second, 2 outs, the 1-0. That's lined to right center field, and that ball is down in the gap. It will go to the wall. That's going to score the runner Freeberger easily. The throw is cut off. That is going to be a 2-run triple for Homer Bush. And folks, Jake Berry is allowed 4 in the bottom of the second, and we have a 1-run ball game.
Great piece of hitting by Homer Bush Jr. to put that in the gap in right field. I liked this game a whole lot more when it was 5-0, and here comes Coach Kevin Ohm out to talk to the big right-hander, and wow, you've now got the tying run over at third base. Hyannis up 5-0 in the first, and boy, how quickly did things change here at Red Wilson Field.
Well, you want to talk about missed opportunities. You have the bases loaded, up 5-0, and you don't think that much of it at the time. And now it would have been nice to get something out of it, but also a drop third strike to the number 9 hitter. That can't happen.
Yeah, 5-2 ball game and a drop third strike. You're exactly right. That is a big part of why Hyannis is in a scenario now where they're only up by 1. They've only allowed 2 hits. The Red Sox have hit the ball twice, and they have 4 runs.
And even on the 2 ground outs, the 2 outs of the inning, those were both hard hit balls. So Jake Berry, who has been sparkling in his last few appearances, getting roughed up here in the second inning as the first pitch chopped foul by Woody Hadeen, who struck out looking his first time up. 0-1, runner off a third at his Homer Bush. And this game has gone from fun to not so fun if you're a Harbor Hawk fan. In the snap of a finger, the 0-1 misses outside, 1-1 to Bush. Or excuse me, to Hadeen.
Good pitch there on the breaking ball from a guy that has shown it a couple of times. If Barry can keep going to that breaking ball and put it right there, I'll be in good shape.
1-1, high pop foul. Count 1-2 to Woody Hadeen and Jake Berry. I think you go back to that breaking ball here. Woody Hadeen, coming into this game, was 2 for 3 on Cape Cod. Runner off a third, Homer Bush. Here's the 1-2. Barry deals, and that's a high fly ball. It's going to stay in the shallow infield. Coming over, making the catch is Christian Moore, and by the skin of their teeth, the Harbor Hawks escape that inning with the lead, but 2 runs, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 hits, 1 left on after 2, a 5-4 game here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
What are you looking forward to?
Adding a takeout window.
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar.
with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Well, after a first inning where the Harbor Hawks dropped a 5 spot on YD, you didn't think that YD was just going to roll over and let this game run away from them now, did you? It's now a 1-run game, 5-4 here in the top of the third. Zach Berman, Drake Toll, and, you know, if you're the Harbor Hawks, how do you take momentum back after YD, you know, gives you a right-hand hook right to the face?
Well, it starts with getting one of these first 2 hitters on base, whether that's Christian Moore or Caleb Spur. If you can get somebody on with Mitch Jebb coming to the plate and only one guy down, you're in pretty decent shape. Your best hitter at the plate, guy on, that's what you need to start this. It's not even a rally. You're still up by 1, but to start the production back up.
Christian Moore swings and misses. Moore at an RBI single in the first inning, and right now, believe it or not, that represents the go-ahead run.
Wow.
Moore 1 for 1. Vaughn Motterer, who came back in relief of Meza, who only went 1/3 of an inning, pitch taken low, 1-1.
Yeah.
Has worked in and out of trouble in 1 2/3. He's allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, has struck out 3, and has not allowed any runs.
Yeah. 2 hits and 2 walks in 1 2/3. The whip is up there.
1-1 pitch to Moore. Breaking ball called strikeout 1-2 on Christian Moore.
Look at the slider there. Pretty good velo from Motterer. You don't see him throw it very often, but if it's clicking like that, the Hawks could be in trouble.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Motterer, righty on Moore. The 1-2. Moore cracks it foul down the right field line.
Not bad, Christian Moore. Pretty good piece of hitting there. Just about 53 feet to foul. So you straighten that one out, and it's over the head of the third baseman, Bovee, and you've got extra bases.
Moore, Spur, and Jebb, 8, 9, and 1. 2 in for the Harbor Hawks in a 5-4 game, top of the third inning. 1-2, Motterer deals, and Moore wisely lays off. And you did say the Tessitore effect does come into play when I'm on the call, and already we've had these 2 teams, YD and Hyannis, have played some wild games.
Yeah, they have. Not that Hartford one, though.
Hartford won the exception to the rule.
Yeah, no kidding.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, and a swing and a miss from Christian Moore. 1 down here in the top of the third inning. Good pitch there by Motterer to get him with the breaking ball.
Well, now can Spur get on? Caleb Spur comes the dish. You mentioned he came in today, hitting 3 for 7 early on Cape Cod. Spur has already played his summer with a wood bat in the Futures League where he hit .333. So that is not, there's not really an adjustment period. They're also facing a guy in Motterer who's not the same level Cape League arm as there's a ball low as we saw early this season. These guys that are being called up from their respective leagues to play on Cape Cod are facing a lot of other pitchers that were in their same shoes.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Hawks clinging to a 1-run lead. 1-0, called a strike on the inside part of the plate, 1-1. Spur 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Still a nice start to his Cape League career. He comes in with an average of .375 in 8 plate appearances. Righty. The 1-1, Motterer deals. Spur hacking at the breaking ball outside. Looks like a slider from Motterer. Count 1-2.
How well is Spur able to fight off whatever comes at him on a 1-2 count? Can't be too selective, but anything close here, either fight it off or if you like it, get a base hit.
1-2, did Spur go around? They checked down to first. Yes, he did. Strike 3, and Motterer has already struck out. Make that 5 Hyannis Harbor Hawks in 2 full innings of work.
Yeah, it was a great pitch. Breaking ball again, which is working so well for Motterer here early. And, I mean, that wasn't much of a question. Definitely went around. So Spur goes down via the strikeout. That is 4 of the last 5 outs for YD and Motterer have come via the strikeout. See if Mitch Jebb can change that mold and get a base hit here. Maybe a little 2-out rally at the start of the lineup coming up.
First pitch incoming to Mitch Jebb, way up high. And the count will go 1-0. Jebb 1 for 2 with an infield single and a ground out and a run scored as well. Hawks 5, Red Sox 4. Here in the top of the third inning as the wind continues to blow out to the left. Mater deals the 1-0. Jebb takes outside and high 2-0. And the last frame, Shonowell and Shonowell and McConnell both struck out, and then the Harbor Hawks got 3 straight on.
Yeah, couldn't do anything with it.
Couldn't do anything with it, but the Harbor Hawks have shown the ability to get to Vince Mater with 2 outs, excuse me. 2-0 pitch, and Jebb takes a fastball called a strike, in the count 2-1. Jebb is batting average now 360. That will certainly play. Meanwhile, for some reason, Mike Sirota's batting average reads 1,000.
1,000, yep. They haven't gotten him out yet today.
Well, it reads 1,000 for the whole season. That's what it says. 2-1, taken in the dirt by Jebb, was showing bunt, count 3-1. And when you're Mitch Jebb and when you have the speed he does, yeah, you can do that.
3-1 here. If Jebb gets a pitch that he likes, seen an uptick in power from him recently. Hopefully could take it for a ride.
Well, he's got 2 home runs on the year. Almost had his third against YD in Hartford. He hit it off that overhang in right center field.
Yeah, would have been a home run on Cape Cod.
3-1, and Jebb's not going to budget that in the dirt. Mitch Jebb back on base yet again. What else is new?
Your batting average stays pristine. Your OBP only climbs. He's already got a hit today. He's 1 for 2 is Jebb with that walk. Has now been on base twice. So it is Mitch Jebb's world, and we are all just living in it.
This guy has just been spectacular. Well, that brings up Mike Sirota, who has also reached base twice in the first and second inning, walked and then singled. He ended up scoring a run as well. Harbor Hawks 5, YD 4. Jebb lead off of first, and Mater, that nice pickoff move, checks back on him.
If by some miraculous chance Matt Shaw goes 0 for 4 tonight and Mitch Jebb continues his progress today, we're only in the third inning, Jebb will have the best batting average on Cape Cod. He's that close.
First pitch to Sirota, taking low ball 1. That's a big game later tonight. Falmouth and Bourne, first pitch from Doran Park at 6. The other one, the Harbor Hawks are going to want to keep a close eye on Wareham and Katua, top of the 4th inning from Lowell Park, 3-2. So still got a ball game there at the home field for the Kettleers. 1-0 pitch, a called fastball strike to Mike Sirota, and the count 1-1.
Looked a little outside there. I think Sirota was thinking the same thing, but Materer's bailed out. Count runs even.
Runner off of first, Mitch Jebb. Righty, pitch taken for a called ball 2. The throw is not in time on the back pick. Actually, that was called strike 2. It was a high fastball. I'm surprised it got called a strike.
Yeah, almost like a pitch out. Interesting.
That was a pitch out that was called strike 2. Sirota looked a little taken aback. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the third inning.
Huh.
The 1-2. Mater deals away. Jebb tied up in knots. Did he go around? They say he did not. Okay.
Well, they called the pitch out a strike, so they bailed out Mike Sirota on that one, and 1 for 1. I mean, eye for an eye. It looked like that was decently clear, and Mike Sirota stays alive with a 2-2 here. Do you send Jebb for the heck of it?
I would say why not?
Nah, yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner off of first, Mitch Jebb. Righty. Well, there, Jebb holds the pitch, grounded to third. It's a nice backhand scoop to throw across the diamond, and a nice play by Bovee. He gets Sirota in the nick of time. Harbor Hawks strand another base runner. No runs, no hits, 1 left aboard. And after 2.5 innings of play, our score, Hawks 5, Red Sox 4.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects. with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Bottom of the third inning, and all the momentum is with the YD Red Sox, who once trailed this game by the score of 5-0. Now they only trail 5-4. Zach Berman Drake told Jake Berry looking to prove that second inning, in which he gave up a home run and extra base hit, allowed 4 runs, was just a mulligan.
Yeah, both of these teams really need a win. It's not a matter of, oh, you know, it'd be great to win, but need a win to keep their respective spots at number 1 in the East and number 1 in the West. You're seeing the two best teams in their divisions right now, record-wise, but not necessarily when it comes to what you're seeing on the field of play. Both teams have had their fair share of struggles recently, trying to reverse that today.
Carrick, Bovee, and Long in the first pitch to Cole Carrick. Swung on and missed on the nice breaking ball there from Berry. Count 0-1. Carrick grounded into a 5-3 his first time up. The 0-1 goes back to that same breaking ball. Carrick doesn't bite. Cole Carrick out of San Diego State, teammates with Pancho Ruiz, an average of .321 on the year with 18 RBIs. The 1-1, oh, that gets Carrick right on the helmet. It was a breaking ball that just kind of looped in. One of the softest plunks we've seen all year. So Carrick reaches first, and not something you want to put the leadoff guy on in a game that has rapidly gone against you. Carrick can steal as well. He's got 15 stolen bases on the year.
That was shot. This is Carrick. So there's that.
That was shot.
Yeah, that happens.
Happens to the best of us, and now here comes Cole Carrick.
Yeah. Hey, Cole.
Shot, no stolen bases on the year.
Oh, okay, good.
First pitch taken in the dirt. Nice block by Pancho to keep Shot from trying to take the extra base.
Yeah, Carrick the righty. Shot the lefty. Don't think we will see Shot run here, so that's a good. Even if he did, he's got to deal with Pancho Ruiz.
Pancho, one of the most improved defensive catchers we've seen on Cape all summer. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Carrick almost swung right out of his helmet. Count 1-1.
Yeah, not sure what Carrick saw there, but it wasn't the baseball. That swing was about a foot away from where it needed to be.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Jake Berry looking to rein things in after a rough second inning. The 1-1 lefty-righty, and it's a pitch out, 2-1.
Berry looked like he just missed his spot there. And at this point, YD still only has 2 hits.
Both of them have been pretty crucial. It was the 2-run home run by Johnny Long and then the 2-run triple by Homer Bush. Lefty-righty, and now a pitch back to first.
Homer Bush Jr., the son of Homer Bush.
Homer Bush Sr., the former major leaguer. You know, that program at Grand Canyon's turned out a lot of major leaguers have sent their kids there in recent years.
Is that true?
2-1 pitch is hit on the ground to second base. Moore will flip to short for 1 on to first. Not in time as Carrick runs out what would have been a 4-6-3 double play. They do get the lead runner.
Yeah, Harbor Hawks just took a little bit too long with that one. Jeb was coming over to tag the bag, and they were trying to decide, should Moore step on it and throw? Should Jeb step on it and throw? And Carrick's got elite speed down the line, so he stands in safely, and now he is a obvious steal threat.
Now the stat comes into play that Connor Carrick has swiped plenty of bases in his time both at San Diego State and at YD. Cole Carrick, well, 15 stolen bases on the year in 38 games for the Red Sox. And now Mike Bovee comes up to the dish. Lefty, first pitch to Bovee. He rips that, and that is caught out in right field.
Playing the power ball there. I like it. Just up easy. So Roto waved that one off, and can of corn.
Can of corn indeed. Bovee got all of it, but he just hit it right to a glove. Well, that brings up Johnny Long, and Johnny Long, his last time up, Johnny Long went long, a 2-run home run. That was his 5th home run of the year. And I wonder how Jake Berry is going to address him the second time round. First pitch to Long, and he's not giving him anything down the middle. He spikes that for ball 1.
He does. Facing a YD team that lost 12-4 to Katuitt on July 25th, then lost 4-2 to Wareham, 9-1 to Orleans, 4-1 to Orleans. Lost to Falmouth 6-4. They've lost 5 straight.
1-0, pitch taken inside, throw back to first, not in time. So now 2-0 on Johnny Long.
Great throw from Poncho there too, but it's a YD squad who has been elite in so many facets of the game this season. First in earned runs, first in hits allowed, second in wild pitches, and second in opponent batting average, first in ERA.
2-0. There's a fastball called strike at the knees, 2-1.
It's a team whose pitching staff has been elite, but they've been gutted in the last week or so, and you're seeing that. It's pretty apparent on the field, but the offense today with 4 runs already is clicking well, and if they're going to stay in this ball game or win this ball game, that's how they'll do it.
2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, 5-4 our score. Jake Berry, lefty-righty against Johnny Long. Pitch taken in the dirt. Nice block by Ruiz to keep the runner from advancing in the count. 3-1. And, I think you're okay putting Johnny Long on first, especially after what happened the last time we saw him at the plate. But then you got to deal with Gunnar Antillian. So it's kind of pick your poison scenario.
Yeah, Antillian batting .211. Johnny Long batting .212. So that's what you got right here.
3-1 pitch. Berry deals away, and it's hit right on the ground. A short Jeb plays it on a bounce over to Moore, and the side is retired. So Jake Berry shakes off the leadoff hit by pitch and works a scoreless bottom of the 3rd through 3 innings of play. 5-4 our score. The Harbor Hawks lead on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Jam up. Bottleneck. Log jam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool noodles. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Top of the 4th inning in a game that started off as a scoring duel, and it has not been such since that point. Zach Berman, Drake Toll on the call, and the Harbor Hawks a 5-4 lead, but 3, 4, and 5. This is the spot where you want the Harbor Hawks to really try and get some breathing room in against a new YD pitcher, and that would be Sam Broderson out of Wingate.
Yeah, Broderson comes on. You know that he is familiar with one Brody McCullough, who is also a pitcher at Wingate. I believe we've only seen one pitcher this season from Wingate, and that was Brody McCullough prior to this one. So hopefully he's not near as good as his counterpart.
Well, I got some good news for you in that regard.
Okay.
His ERA in one game with YD, 27.
All right, so you're allowed
but with
run.
Yeah, with
and
Wingate
1 out.
this spring, 47 2/3, an ERA of 2.83, 77 strikeouts to 21 walks. So, yeah, you can say that's pretty good. Wingate, the D2 national champions.
2021, I believe, right?
2021 Wingate national champions. In the South Atlantic Conference.
Sky's blue, like the Atlantic.
And who did they beat in that 2021 national championship? That would be the University of
Fairfield.
Central Missouri. The Mules.
All right.
I think Fairfield still is Division One. First
Yeah, I
pitch
think
to
you're right.
Shonowell taken up and in for ball one.
Well, that was a fastball.
That was a fast fastball indeed. I wonder what they're feeding those arms at Wingate.
Chicken?
Chicken, maybe. Chicken sounds good for post-game meal. 1-0 the pitch, and Shonowell golfs that to right field. That is going to get down for a base hit, and it gets past Freeberger and right. Shonowell will take the extra base. We'll see if they rule it a double or a single or an error. Either way, the Harbor Hawks have the leadoff runner aboard.
Great piece of hitting there by Nolan Shonowell. And I'll be honest with you, Zach, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but that is a play that Cole McConnell makes. And there are plenty of outfielders across Cape Cod that make it, but Freeberger read the ball wrong, couldn't get to his left in time, let it drop in front of him. And by in front of him, I mean right through his glove, and there it kicks off, goes even further into right field, and gives Nolan Shonowell second base easily.
Well, we'll see what they roll. They're gonna roll it a double. Nolan Shonowell have an extra base hit on your resume here on this Sunday afternoon. So now Cole McConnell, speak of the devil, he shall appear as Broderson steps off of the mound.
Broderson threw 72 pitches at Wingate. Is that
All
right?
season.
Is that right?
Huh.
I don't know.
I don't think that's. Is
really?
it?
I mean, it could be. That's what the scouting report says.
First pitch way up high from Broderson. Count 1-0. Well, looking at Broderson right now, and
You are? Me too.
well, it looks like he threw 47 2/3 innings according to Baseball Reference.
Yeah, I mean, must just thrown him on.
You say 77 pitches?
Yeah.
Well, he had 77 strikeouts. That might
72 pitches.
1-0. Pitch is taken outside 2-0. Unless you were the most efficient pitcher known to mankind. I don't know if you're getting through 47 2/3 and 72 pitches.
Even then, yeah. Good point. True.
Runner on second for Cole McConnell. Harbor Hawks looking to add some insurance in a game they were once winning by 5. 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only 72 pitches that he's registered on Synergy.
Okay, it's fouled away by McConnell, 2-1. Well, you want to talk about right field defense.
So the scouting report is basically only 72 pitches they have on the guy.
Okay. I want to talk about right field defense. We've been spoiled in Hyannis. Phil Matulia was great, and now Mike Sirota in right field has been spectacular since taking over the role full time.
Did you say Mike has been money? Is that what you'd say?
I would say he's been money. He made a catch yesterday that made Austin Dakuda and I look at each other in between innings and say, holy moly, did he just make that catch?
Holy moly.
2-1 the count. Pitch taken up high, 3-1. Well, I can't say what I actually said. But
Oh, Zach Berman, you silly goose.
yeah, running straight into the wall down the right field line. Saved an extra base hit and a run from Orleans. But it was one of those catches that made you just say, wow.
Also, Broderson, 21 walks in 47 2/3, but 77 strikeouts. That's 30 more strikeouts than innings he pitched.
3-1 the pitch to Brody McCullough. I just said Brody McCullough, his former Wingate teammate, to Cole McConnell. It's taken up high. Ball 4. That was way up high.
Yeah, it was a
and
very
Brody,
bad
if you're
miss.
listening, hope you're doing well with the Cubs organization.
Hey, Brody. Bet he's playing some baseball today, probably. You think? No, you don't think?
Maybe.
I bet he's touched a baseball since this morning. I can almost guarantee it.
Well, usually they send guys to, your single-A half seasons down in either Florida or, in the case of the Chicago Cubs, that would be, I want to say, Arizona. Batter is now Pancho Ruiz, takes way up high, so that fastball is kicking for Broderson, except he can't seem to locate it. Count 1-0 on Pancho. And Pancho has reached base twice tonight. RBI single in the first, walk in the second. 5-4 the Hawks lead, but this is a big spot, top of the fourth inning. And for a team that has struggled with runners in scoring position, you'd like to get at least one across.
I don't think we're playing 9 tonight.
1-0 to Pancho. Takes up high, 2-0.
Yeah, control already an issue for Broderson, and yeah, you'll see the pitching coach come out and talk to him for YD. Broderson at this point has thrown 8 pitches. He had already allowed a double. Of his 8 pitches, 6 of them were for balls. Only 2 have found the strike zone.
Well, I'm going to read this off the stat sheet right now that we were given by the lovely folks here at Red Wilson Field. Did you know Cole Carrick and Woody Hadeen, or Hadeen. Woody Hadeen and Cole Carrick were teammates last summer on the Anchorage Bucks in the Alaskan Baseball League. The boys are back together. Hadeen at short today, Carrick in center. You know, we saw a lot of guys from the Alaskan League early this season, not so much as of late. Yes.
Did we? I don't know about a lot. We probably saw like, what, 2 maybe?
A couple. But these Alaskan League guys, a lot of them have been popping up in recent days.
Have they?
Feels like every other game at this point.
Really?
We mentioned, oh, this guy played with Alaska.
Huh. With Alaska.
With
I like
an Alaskan
No, I
League
like the
team.
way you said that.
With Alaska.
If anybody out there has never heard the Alaskan League, just Google them.
Look out, a pickoff attempt back to first, and that was an athletic play by Johnny Long that likely saved 2 runners advancing.
Looks like there are 6 teams in the Alaskan Baseball League, which makes a lot of sense. Folks, if you're at home and you've never seen it, go Google Alaskan Baseball League. Look at some of those ballparks. It is remarkable.
They have a game called the Midnight Sun Game where they play through the night. I think the game starts at midnight because the sun doesn't set. 2-0 pitch, Poncho takes way up high. And this is the spot that you like to play your old favorite game, red light, green light, 3-0. A guy doesn't have control. Runners on first and second for Poncho Ruiz. Red light or green light?
Probably the strongest red light you've ever seen in your entire life. Like that red light over on Yarmouth Road.
I would say that, the 3-0, and it's a strike right down the heart of the plate. Count 3-1.
You know the red light I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, there's a couple of them.
Over by the Speedway, crossing the Tropical Smoothie.
Oh, yeah. Good Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I'd say it's as good as the ones back home in Columbia, Missouri. 3-1 pitch. Righty. Broderson deals away, and it's in the dirt for ball 4. So how about Poncho Ruiz, who has reached base 3 out of 3 times today? And that's surely an encouraging sign of things to come for the Harbor Hawks catcher. Bases loaded, nobody out for Drew Erhard.
The bases are juiced. Drew Erhard steps the plate, and Erhard this season with Hyannis. He has not been here very long, but in his time, he is hitting 200. He's got 14 at-bats coming into today with 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a couple of hits. This is a huge spot. He's got his first RBI today, already 1 for 1, and has a walk. Let's see what he can do.
Erhard takes the first pitch up high, ball 1. So let's talk about how we got here. Nolan Shonowell sits at third after a double. Cole McConnell then walked. Poncho Ruiz then walked. And the Harbor Hawks have bases loaded with nobody out in the top of the 4th inning.
YD has walked 6 Harbor Hawks today.
Walks are not your friend if you are pitching.
Through 3 innings, 6 Harbor Hawks.
1-0 the count, righty. And Erhard takes a fastball strike. There's the fastball that you know that Broderson, when he places it well, it can be a real problem for batters. But it's the first fastball we've seen him place well all day.
Let's see, Bovee is up on the grass at third. Hadeen and Tillen are both playing pretty deep, actually. Shortstop and second, and then Long's playing in first.
1-1, pitch taken low. Good eye by Drew Erhard, and the count will run 2-1.
And
really good eye on a borderline pitch.
One swing of the bat, and Drew Erhard could give these Harbor Hawks that 5-run lead they had earlier.
Well, if he does that, he's going to be, carved into the legendary moments of this season.
I'll buy him a drink tonight. Orange juice, Coke, Dr. Pepper.
2-1 to Erhard, and he is a high fly ball foul. Count 2-2. He popped it straight up in the air. I don't know where that landed. Everyone's looking back behind. Hey, Drake, look out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out.
Oh, there it is, right at our feet. All right.
The wind took my stat sheet in between innings, so I had to.
The wind took your stat sheet between innings.
Yes, it did.
Why didn't you get it? We were between innings.
I did get it.
Okay, good. I
Here's
mean, that
a
was
2-2.
funny.
And the pitch is fouled straight back by Erhard. He knows he missed a good one there.
Yeah,
just missed it.
I wish I would have seen that. I wish I would have seen you sprinting down your stat sheet as it blew away in the wind.
It didn't blow away. It blew right into that chain link fence right in front of us, and I had to stick my foot out. If you watched our booth cam right here, you saw me just kind of like trying to acrobatically go and reel my stat sheet back in, but my stat sheet tells me the bases are loaded with nobody out.
It doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't.
Sam Broderson, righty-righty, the 2-2 pitch. It's hit on the ground to third, and a smart play to step on the bag for one, but then Bovee throws home wild, and Shawnuel scores. So the Harbor Hawks get lucky there, as that could have very easily been a double play with a good throw.
Yeah, it could have, and I'm surprised that Bovee doesn't go home first. Would have saved the run easily there. You still would have had him loaded. He gets the out over at third, but at the same time, the Harbor Hawks have now doubled their lead, despite it only being one run. You're up 6-4. You get Tito Flores with still a runner in scoring position. What can you put together here?
Well, you take that 10 times out of 10, but not the best outcome, not the worst. And now first and second with one out for Tito Flores. Tito 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch and also flew out. And Tito takes a called strike. Count 0-1 to Flores.
I'm happy at the least the Harbor Hawks got a run on the board here. Can't leave the bases loaded, stranded with a goose egg again. Already did that once today. I didn't like that.
Off of second, Pancho Ruiz. Off of first now is Drew Erhard. Righty-righty. Broderson deals the 0-1. Pancho takes in the dirt. Count 1-1.
Good eye from Tito Flores, who's got Ruiz at second, Speedy Ruiz at second, and Speedy Drew Erhard at first.
Erhard's got some speed to his game. You know, his sophomore campaign at Tampa, he did steal 6 bags, but he's not the fastest guy in the Harbor Hawk lineup.
No, true.
1-1 pitch way up high, and Tito's got to duck away from it. I'm not sure who that crowd mic is picking up, but it's picking up a whole lot of the dugout.
No. No, I think that's actually our
sideline
reporter, Bria Lawson.
Gabby Vitale, our wonderful sideline reporter and beat writer.
Dugout sounds real feminine.
All I heard was, whoa, Tito, and I immediately said, okay. 2-1 pitch to Flores, and Spike gets away from the catcher. Perez takes away the double play. Both runners advance, and the count now 3-1 to Flores.
Well, Flores was going on the pitch. You can see Flores was stealing the whole way, so that ball gets away from Perez. I think it would have been safe at third as it is with that kind of speed, but Tito right there, a good eye, and now Pancho Ruiz stands at third.
Well, on a 3-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out, I think Tito Flores is going to get one he likes here.
Maybe. Or a walk would be great.
Walk would be nice as well.
Christian Moore comes the dish.
Here's a 3-1 from Broderson. Tito gets one he likes, lines it left field, base hit. Pancho Ruiz will score, and they're going to hold Erhard at third. It's an RBI single for Flores, and the Harbor Hawks take a 7-4 lead.
Very nice hit by Flores, and it's fun to remind you, Zach, there's only one down here. You got Flores over at first, you got Erhard at third, and Christian Moore coming to the dish. The Harbor Hawks today have now notched, I believe that was their 7th hit, and now 7 runs as well. So Hyannis, despite leaving the bases juiced in the second inning with a 5-0 lead, they've got a 3-run gap on YD, and the offense is clicking after going scoreless last night against Orleans.
Well, there's nobody I'd say that likes this result right now more than Pancho Ruiz, who has now got an RBI single. He's reached base all 3 times, and he scored 2 runs.
Yeah.
So you love to see that for Pancho.
That's a win for the good guys, Zach Berman.
First pitch to Christian Moore. He swings and misses at 1 well in the dirt. Nice breaking ball there from Broderson. The count now 0-1.
The breaking ball, you've seen every batter has their kryptonite in this league. And for Christian Moore, he's struggled to catch up with the breaking ball entirely so far. But slowly but surely, Zach, he's getting his mojo back and able to see that baseball better and better. But one of the lapses that we've seen from Moore right there.
Runners on the corners. Erhard off of third. Tito Flores off of first. Righty-righty, Broderson deals. Pitch taken in the dirt. Nice block there by Perez. Likely saved another run. The count 1-1.
I'd like to remind you, if you're out there listening, you can also listen on the Mixlr app, MIXLR, uninterrupted audio. Yeah, that's right. You can close the app, it'll still play the baseball game.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 7-4, Harbor Hawks have the lead. Broderson deals. Moore swings and misses on the fastball. Count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out now. Drew Erhard, who reached on the fielder's choice, now sitting over at third. Tito Flores, who has an RBI single to his ledger. Off of first. The 1-2. Righty-righty. Broderson deals. Flores running, and the pitch is fouled away. We stay 1-2.
More down in the count here. Good to see him fight that one off. See what he's able to do here. He gets one that he likes, man. Still waiting for him to take a pitch for a ride. No homers yet this season.
Hey, he hit 10 this past spring at Tennessee. He's got the power.
Yeah.
1-2, righty-righty. Breaking ball. Moore ducks away from it, and the count will run even.
Good eye there from Moore, and that's a pitch that there are catchers like Caleb Lomavita or Pancho Ruiz who may get that call because it's pretty close there on the inside, that breaking ball. Look at a slider. And for Perez, just couldn't get a good frame on that one.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Hawks looking to put up another crooked number. Here comes a 2-2. Moore, nice eye, takes low and away. Count will go full.
That was a beautiful leave there by Christian Moore. Maybe the best leave we've seen him. Yeah, I don't want to say all season. That's a very vast generalization, but that is a breaking ball that just dropped off the table late. Looked like it was coming in right at the knees, and Christian Moore laid off beautifully.
Well, this is a guy that walked 4 times in a game at Wareham earlier this season.
True.
Payoff pitch, the 3-2, and Moore, did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike 3.
You see that bat barely left his shoulder. The way he's got it back on the shoulder, he just cut his arm. When he cut his arms in, that left elbow comes forward. And when he did, that bat came with it just far enough to be called.
Yeah, no, he just went.
What are you doing? What are you doing there? There we go.
A little too much. Yeah.
It's kind of like a
lightsaber battle or a pool noodle battle we had in the booth a couple nights ago.
Yeah. Booth cam.
Hey, what a job that our producers, Ella Gibson, Abby Stokes, Mike Maynard, that have done setting this whole thing up.
Really, the whole broadcast team, top to bottom. You, Zach, Austin, things you guys be able to help innovate, amazing.
First pitch to Caleb Spur. Takes a breaking ball called strike 1.
Spur. Is it 3 for 9 now?
3 for 9, 2 strikeouts today. Harbor Hawks already have brought home 2. They'd like to bring home more at the very least if you could bring Mitch Jebb up with the bases loaded.
Yeah. You give Jebb his 4th at-bat of the day here at the top of the 4th inning. That'd be nuts.
0-1, righty-righty. Spur takes low and away, 1-1.
Mitch Jebb has come to the plate 3 times today, and he's in the on-deck circle. And we are 2 away with 2 on here in the 4th inning.
Off of third is Drew Erhard. Off of first, Tito Flores. The 1-1. And Caleb Spur nicely holds back on a fastball that was a little bit low and in. 2-1.
Zach, I'm going to have to go get my jacket out of the car again.
I got a jacket in the car.
Yeah, I think the cold weather's coming back to Massachusetts.
I mean, yeah, the wind is starting to really howl. The 2-1 pitch. Spur smacks it in the air. Center field. Carrick back, still back. Makes a leaping catch right up against the fence. Caleb Spur got good wood on it, but just couldn't get it over that wall out in center field. And the Harbor Hawks, though, on a whole lot of walks and 1 hit, they do scratch across 2 runs. They leave 2 aboard, and after 3.5 innings of play, our score, Hyannis 7, YD 4.
Bronk.
What up, TB?
What do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is.
I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish. My goal is to win one more. And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GO in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Jake Berry back out for what would be his 4th inning of work. Zach Berman, Drake Toll with you on the call. The Harbor Hawks a 7-4 lead, and you know, Berry has had, we've seen a couple of these outings from Harbor Hawk pitchers where you have one rough inning, but otherwise you look quite good. Berry looked great in the first, great in the third, and did get roughed up in the second.
Yeah, you know, Jake Berry, bottom of the third, after allowing 4 in that second inning, comes out and responds impeccably. So you can get that again from Jake Berry. Lock it in, dial it in, 3 up, 3 down right here. Could you see him again in the 5th? I wouldn't be that upset.
You got 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup due up. First pitch, Gunnar Antillian fouls it away. Count 0-1.
Oh, it's close to us. Almost got it.
Antillian, hometown of Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Holy, what?
Rancho Cucamonga, California. Pitch
right.
taken for a ball.
I didn't think we'd say that on today's broadcast. Put that in the English, please.
Out of New Mexico State. Another Lobo. He had a great season at NMSU. Pitch taken in the dirt. Now the count 2-1 to Antillian.
So tomorrow is the second to last game of the regular season, correct?
Yes, it is. It'll be Jay Driver on the bump against Harwich.
And then the playoffs start August 4th?
That would be Thursday.
Okay.
2-1 now the count to Antillian. Berry deals, and it's foul tipped into the glove of Ruiz, 2-2.
All right, thank you very much.
Do we have a starter listed for Tuesday? I think we do.
Probably so.
I would assume so.
Can't tell anybody, though. There's a secret Twitter account out there that exists. Strictly secret, though.
2-2 pitch taken up high by Antillian. The count will run full, 3-2. Well, tomorrow is Jay Driver looking to follow up his 11 strikeout performance the last time he started. The payoff pitch, the 3-2, Antillian wraps it to right field, and that is down for a leadoff base hit in front of Sirota.
Yeah, another good piece of hitting there on a breaking ball from Jake Berry, and just Antillian gets around on it. Now you got a runner at first base. I'd like to see the Harbor Hawks. They had a couple of these yesterday and a couple against Katuitt, the old double play ball. I haven't seen very many this year at all, but maybe, just maybe, they go back to it against the 8-hole hitter Freeberger.
They've ramped up the double plays last night and the night before especially. Freeberger walked in the second, runner off of first, Antillian. And Antillian's going to get caught in a pickle. Shonell's going to throw to second, and they got him.
Yeah, no need for double play now. That's sad. I will take that. That works just fine. And credit to Jake Berry for seeing that, oh, hey, there's a guy right there in Antillian who may want to swipe second base. Got him too far off the bag, and very nicely done in the pickle there for the Harbor Hawks.
Hey, your 1-2-3 innings still possible. Freeberger.
Uno dos tres, as they say in some countries.
Now the first pitch he sees. Hits it on the ground to third. Erhard bobbles the ball, and he's going to have to eat that one. Likely an E5, and
definitely an E5.
One that you got to make that play.
you just got a guy caught in a pickle, a base runner who had a base hit. You're giving a favor to get him out, and then grounder comes out. Well hit grounder, a lot of English to it. A little too much spin to corral it there for Erhard.
Waldy Perez struck out and then wound up reaching on a drop third strike and then scored on the RBI triple by Homer Bush, who, barring a double play, will see the plate here in this bottom of the fourth. Lefty-righty. First pitch, Perez takes a fastball called strike.
Again, if you go to Mixlr.com or download the MIXLR app, you can listen to Harbor Hawk Base. You don't have to leave the YouTube app open. You can go listen right now for free to this very radio stream.
0-1, lefty-righty. Berry deals in the dirt to Perez. The count 1-1. 7-4 Harbor Hawks lead our score here from Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth. The last time we will travel here, barring a championship series between these two.
Not impossible.
1-1 in the dirt. Nice block by Poncho to save an extra base. And that is not a play that I don't think Poncho is making that well the start of the season.
That's a dive on the grenade right there. That is Poncho Ruiz coming up to meet the baseball. Instead of letting it come to him, you've got a lot less of an idea of where that ball is going to go. Poncho steps up, leans into it, takes it off the chest, and works out well for him.
2-1 pitch. Barry deals in the dirt, 3-1, and we saw the last time that Perez came up. You don't want to put the number 9 hitter aboard and let this lineup flip over because Homer Bush made you pay last time.
Not the best idea to walk the 9-hole hitter. So with a 3-1 count here from Barry, you've got the leeway with a guy in Perez who's still trying to adjust to this league. Give him a fastball down the pipe.
3-1, he gives him a breaking ball. Perez holds up and walks.
That is going to be the day for Jacob Barry, too.
So Eric Beatty is going to come out and will take Jake Barry off the bump. These first 2 base runners in the 4th inning are his responsibility. We are going to go to a break, and when we come back, we'll tell you who's taking the bump for Hyannis. 7-4 our score here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust.
Hi. Oh, this is amazing.
Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Diet Coke? Who are you, my mom?
You should be so lucky, because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Well, as Jordy Allard steps to the bump and he's greeted by the great song, Mr. Roboto by Styx. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. And
Styx is still alive. I'm pretty sure every original member of Styx the band is alive.
I believe they hail from Pittsburgh, hence why the Steelers play one of their famous songs, Renegade.
I think they're from St. Louis, but that's all right.
Wait, they're from St. Louis?
Chicago. They're from Chicago, actually.
Okay.
So close enough. Chicago and St. Louis are pretty similar.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
just
Styx,
a bit outside.
They broke up in 91. So they broke up in 84. They got back in 90, then they broke up in 91. Got back in 95. They've been playing ever since. They had a free concert in Arkansas about 6 years back.
So Jordy Allard, who has been lights out night, comes in against Homer Bush Jr. with runners on first and second. First pitch, Bush takes low. Count 1-0.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're all alive. I was probably lying. Jordy Allard's really good at baseball, though, so that's a fun thing.
That is a fun thing. The 1-0 to Bush, swing and a miss. Count now 1-1. So runners on first and second. Jake Barry's day is done. We can't get you that full stat line till the inning comes to a close.
That's true. GP.
Allard out of Northeastern, teammates with Mike Sirota, fellow Northeastern product, swing and a miss again on Homer Bush to count 1-2. And Jordy Allard,
that very much. Thank you, Jordy Allard.
It's kind of just what he does. It's kind of his thing.
Being good at baseball?
The strikeout thing. Hopefully comes to fruition. The senior out of Woodstock, Vermont.
Home of Woodstock?
Woodstock, New York is the home of Woodstock. 1-2 off the end of the bat, foul.
I don't think we're talking about the same Woodstock there, Zebo. I'm talking about Woodstock, Vermont.
Yeah, Woodstock, Vermont, and Woodstock, New York. Two very different Woodstocks, despite being in the the relative same part of the country.
Yeah. I don't know how to respond to that.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Allard, righty, deals away, and Bush takes a good one, just a little bit low. Allard comes into this in 14.2 innings of time here as a Hyannis
strikeouts.
18 strikeouts to 3 walks and an ERA of .61.
1 earned run in 14 2/3.
That 1 earned run coming on July 10th in an 8-4 win against Orleans.
Very cool.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Homer Bush Jr., welcome to the Jordy Allard Show, and goodbye to the Jordy Allard Show.
Zach, we live in a society where the tying run is at the plate. That's kind of nuts. And Woody Hayden. What a strange game this has been so far.
Hey, I have a knack for calling these.
I have a knack to relax my mind.
The batter is Woody Hayden. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first, a pop-up in the fourth. Tying run at the plate following a single, a reach on an error. Now Hayden fouls that one foul. So the single by Antillian was then cut down because Antillian tried to stretch on a stolen base attempt and he was picked off. Then Freeberger reached on an error. Perez walked. Then you bring in Jordy Allard, who gets Bush to strike out and out Hayden.
Antillian, when he was thrown out, was
called strike.
Antillian was the first out of this inning.
Antillian was the first out of this inning indeed. First and second, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch, Jordy Allard to Woody Hayden. 0-2. Allard deals way up high, can't get Hayden to chase. That's a throwaway pitch if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the fourth, and what has been a crazy game. 7-4 the Hawks lead. Allard deals, pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Pancho Ruiz. Again, this is a guy that has become progressively better behind the plate all season.
They didn't switch baseballs out either, so Allard's going to use that same ball they just spiked in the dirt. I like that, though.
So
some scuffs to it.
Yeah,
Gives
2
you
and 2.
Better opportunity to you can get a little fingernail in there and pump in a breaking ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Allard deals a 2-2, and that's crushed to right center field, but right at Cole McConnell, who makes the catch, and the Harbor Hawks escape the jam. So Jordy Allard comes in, does his job, and through 4 innings of play, we stay 7-4 on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family. There's no family.
There's no family like my family. Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Top of the 5th inning, our score 7-4. The Hawks have the lead. Zach Berman, Drake Toll. And do we have a new pitcher here for YD? The answer to that question, the age-old question, is no. It is still Sam Broderson. as 99 Aloof Ballons, classic 80s jam, pipes through here at Red Wilson Field.
What's this called?
99 Aloof Ballons. You ever seen, oh my gosh, what movie was it? It was in an action movie of Charlize, Atomic Blonde. Great movie.
I like the song, whatever it is. Keep that, remind me what this was after the game. I'm going to add it to my playlist.
99 Luftballons. It's all in German.
Actually?
Yeah.
Okay. I know some German. Auf Wiedersehen. Guten Tag. That's it. That's my German.
Well, Mitch Jebb up at the plate here for the 5th time in 4 innings. Because that's just the kind of game this one's been.
It's 4th time, but...
4th time in 5 innings. Yeah, math just a touch off Dick's ball 1 from Sam Broderson. Jebb, you know, just your casual reaching base 2 out of 3 times today. A single, a ground out, and a walk. 1, 2, and 3. Jebb, Sirota, and Shanoel. Righty lefty. Broderson deals. Jebb takes low, 2-0.
I like the Jebb, Sirota, Shanoel, McConnell, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's my ideal 1, 2, 3, 4, actually.
Yeah, going 4th, I think that's the one you want for the playoffs. And, I mean, this lineup's going to look a little bit different. Don Patelli will be on his way back in the coming days.
Yeah.
Pitch taken low by Jebb, 3-0. And, of course, Riku Nishida is going to be typically in your starting lineup come playoffs. He's off today.
Yeah, today is not your overall... today is not your day 1 playoffs lineup, but that's okay because you're still not only just serviceable, you've scored 7 runs through 4 innings.
3-0. Broderson deals. Jebb takes inside. And what if I told you that this guy cannot stay off the base paths? A 4-pitch walk from Jebb because what else is new?
I wonder if he is immune to the Zach Berman jinx.
Mitch Jebb might just be immune to it.
He's the only one. He's the only one, but he
one.
might be. So now he gets Sirota to the dish, and what do you say they steal Mitch Jebb, and he ties the league leader in stolen bases, who is his teammate from Japan.
Well, Riku can do nothing about it today except sit and watch.
Wow, that's tough. Oh.
But then tomorrow, I'm sure against Harwich, he's going to try and take that number back. First pitch, Jebb off of first. Sirota takes up and in. Sirota has reached base again, 2 for 3. He's got a walk in the first. And a single in the second inning, grounded out into a 5-3, his 3rd time up. Harbor Hawks 7, Red Sox 4. Righty. Broderson deals away, breaking ball taken low, and 6 straight balls to start the top of the 5th for Sam Broderson.
Yeah, good thing he's not in College Station right now.
Yeah, that's when you get the ball 6.
Yeah, hounding the poor guy. Can't throw a strike right now.
2-0, righty. The delivery, make that ball 7. 3-0 the count. Yeah, that was like, honestly, seeing the A&M ball 6, ball 7 chant, that was like my first indoctrination to college baseball.
See how the Harbor Hawk fans are doing it here too? They all got the ball 7. You hear the crowd mic there.
3-0. Pitch is called a strike, so you can stop your streak at 7. And finally, Sam Broderson throws a strike. 3-1 the count on Mike Sirota, and you'd love to start the inning again with 2 on and nobody out, and the Harbor Hawks could be 1 pitch away from doing just that. 3-1, Broderson deals, and Sirota, high pop, right field side, foul territory, under it, and making the catch is Johnny Long for out number 1.
Well, now you get Nolan Shanoel to come to the plate. Shanoel is 1 for 3 today, 207 batting average now.
Shanoel has an extra base hit on his ledger, that being the double in the top of the 4th inning. That led off the top of the 4th. He's also scored a run today as well. First 8 guys in the lineup have all reached base tonight.
Yeah.
Caleb Spur, the odd man out, but the way he has played so far is there's a check off of first. You can expect him to reach at some point tonight, you'd think.
Yeah. Also, big shout out to Bob Carpenter. Point streak is down.
Point streak is definitely down.
So, Bob, rest in peace, saving us tonight.
Righty lefty, Broderson Deals away to Shonowell, swings away, fouls it away, count 0-1. Shonowell's seeing something he likes. It's not typical you see him go first pitch swing away.
Yeah.
Well, Broderson is a fastball guy at heart, and you got to be careful because Shonowell just barely missed that. If you go fastball inside to Shonowell again, you might regret it.
Could be in trouble.
Runner off with first is Jeb. Not much of a lead. Now he takes 1-2 steps off. Now a big lead. 0-1. Pitch taken outside. Count 1-1 to Nolan Shonowell.
Oh, shit, yeah, I got it.
I wonder why he hasn't gone yet. Why they haven't sent Jeb.
I think we're going to see him go pretty soon.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I thought they'd send him pretty quick.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Well, you're going to want to send him because if he swipes, that takes away the double play. Or the potential of a double play.
Right, and Perez behind the dish is brand new to Cape Cod. So come throughout
1
Mitch
ball,
Jeb.
1 strike. There goes Jeb. Now he holds up. Pitch taken for a called strike. It might have been a smart one as well because it was a fastball that Perez had framed well, and he might have had Jeb hung up at second if Jeb had run through that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind continuing to pick up here at Red Wilson Field. Harbor Hawks now a 7-4 lead. For the runner on first, looking to add more is Mitch Jeb. Eyes the league lead in stolen bases. He can come ever so close to it. 1-2. Pitching coming. Shonowell takes outside. Shonowell, one of the only guys in this team that's going to hold up on that pitch. And a good job by Nolan Shonowell to do such.
Didn't miss by much there, huh?
No, it did not. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch to Shonowell, runner goes, and it's fouled away, so we stay 2-2.
And with Mitch Jebb's speed, he can just keep going. I mean, I get that you've revealed the secret that Mitch Jebb's going to run here, but I'd still take his speed all day against Perez behind the dish.
Jeb came in today with 22 stolen bases, already has 1, so 23. He's 1 back of Riku Nishida for the team and league lead. The next guy, Matt Shaw, has not hit 20 yet. He's sitting at 19. 2-2. Pitching coming, and it is called strike 3. Shonowell doesn't like it.
Well, it wasn't a strike, so that's part of the reason why he doesn't like it. That ball is about 4 inches below the knees. Yeah, I mean, that's around the shins right there. Good job by Perez to frame that up, but that's just not a strike. So that's going to happen to you over the course of your time playing baseball. You wipe it off, go back to the dugout, and hope that Cole McConnell gets a hit.
Cole McConnell now with a runner off of first. Mitch Jeb, you're expecting him to run at some point in this at-bat. Runner goes. First pitch taken for ball 1, and Mitch Jeb goes into second base without a slide.
Yeah.
There you go.
Runner, or the ball got away from Perez.
But Jeb was
immediately.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely a stolen base there for Jeb, and he is now tied for the league lead in stolen bases with his teammate Riku Nishida.
Mitch Jeb
third here, huh?
now at 24 stolen bases on the season. He has tied the team league. He has tied the league lead. You know, you got to wonder, between teammates, does that get competitive? I wonder if Jeb and Riku are trying to, you know, outsteal one another over the course of this season.
All in good fun if
All
they
in
are.
good fun. 1-0 to McConnell, breaking ball taken outside, 2-0. You got a runner on second, 2 outs.
Well, Mazdak Darvari, the director of operations, was telling me that since 05, in the point streak era, there's only a handful of guys, 5 or so, that have stolen 25 or more bases. So now Mitch Jeb has 24. Riku Nishida has 24. You have 2 guys on the same team in the same season that are doing it. Unbelievable. Fast.
Hawks fast indeed. 2-0 the count to Cole McConnell. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. It's already 6:40 p.m. and sooner or later the no light factor might come into play here at Red Wilson Field.
Yeah, they don't do those lights here, do they?
No, they don't. One of the 4 ballparks in the Cape Cod Baseball League without lights. 2-0 to McConnell, and now Broderson checks off a second.
Somebody told me preseason that YD got lights.
That's not the case.
And they lied.
3 out of the 4 teams that don't have lights, YD Brewster. There goes Jeb again. The throw to third. They're going to have Jeb hung up and picked off. So that ends the inning. So I'll finish my thought in the bottom of the 5th inning, but the Harbor Hawks get a runner on, don't do anything with it. 7-4 our score through 4.5 innings of play.
When Alaska Airlines needed a partner for the complex operations of travel, they made the switch to T-Mobile. Our 5G has Alaska Airlines and their customers covered, from major hubs to remote destinations, with 5G coverage ready now for the demands of today and the future. T-Mobile's network powers Alaska Airlines as they deliver next-level care for all customers. 5G ready now. That's how unconventional thinking is better for business.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar. Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it.
And that's when you said, so it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
Welcome back in, Jordy Allard, for what would be his first full inning of work. And welcome back to the broadcast booth. Zach Berman, Drake Toll. Harbor Hawks a 7-4 lead on YD. And
Zach, what did we build this city for?
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Who sings this one?
Starship.
Yep. Very nicely done. Listen to some classic rock in your time, huh?
Of course. I believe this song was once deemed, I forget who deemed it, it's the worst song ever recorded.
Oh,
which I disagree with.
Wow, that's tough. What's the More Cowbell song?
Oh my God! It's "Don't Fear the Reaper" by Blue Oyster
That's a
Cult.
pretty bad song.
Yeah, GQ referred to this song in August 31st, 2016, as "We Built This City, the worst song of all time."
Yikes! They've never heard "Do They Know It's Christmas" by Band Aid.
No, which they then played. That first pitch by Hayden Schott, by the way, was fouled off. Count 0-1 to Schott.
What do you think the worst song of all time is?
Do You Know It's Christmas is definitely up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a bad song.
That's a bad song.
0-1 to Schott, and he takes outside per home plate blue. Maybe a little high.
I think they called that one.
Don't know that.
I think they call it inside. Yeah, a little inside. Huh.
One ball and a strike. The pitch shot. That's a strike on the fastball from Jordy Allard, and the count 1-2. Only 2 games left in the regular season after today. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., home against Harwich, and then Tuesday night at Bourne, 6 p.m., and you know, that might be a pretty big game. As that one hit on the ground to short, Mitch Jett plays it on a hop, fires to first in time, 1 down.
A good play there by Mitch. He was prepared for that ball to take the hop that it took, so he didn't come up too far. Wait till the last time it got its hop on the grass, picked it up, through to first.
Mitch Jebb has done a fine job at short as Don Patelli's been away from the team in the last few days. Patelli will be back for that playoff run, so
back tomorrow.
Likely your everyday shortstop come August. I believe tomorrow is August 1st. We've been here almost 2 full months. Batter is Cole Carrig. First pitch, Carrig takes a called strike. Carrig reached on a fielder's choice in the third and grounded into a 5-3 in the second, so that would make him 0 for 1.
Old Man by Neil Young. Great song.
Great.
But also terrible.
Yes. The 0-1 pitch. Carrig swings right through it, spun around like a top. And yeah, the Jordy Allard breaking ball. We'll do that to you on occasion. The count 0-2.
And then Horse with No Name. Again, great song, but terrible. They're maybe up there for the worst songs of all time, but I like them.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch, and Carrig swings and misses at one well in the dirt. Poncho gives Carrig a nice little tap with the glove, 2 down.
Well, it is a great night to have the name Jordy Allard. That guy is dialed in right now. Got 2 outs on a 1 strikeout there. So, set down Schott, you set down Carrig. Can you do it again? 3 up, 3 down.
Mike Bovee, the batter. Bovee, 0 for 1 with a walk and a line out. Nobody on. Bottom of the 5th, first pitch. Bovee takes the changeup. Called strike 1.
Really?
Yeah, Jordy Allard is dialed in right now. No balls and a strike, the 0-1 pitch, and that's hit on the ground to Jeb at short, fields it, fires to his right in time. Uno, dos, tres, 1, 2, 3. Jordy Allard, have yourself a 5th inning. 1, 2, 3, down goes YD through 5. Your score, Hyannis 7, Yarmouth Dennis 4.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College continuing in graduate studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
I'm defeated, feel mistreated. I'm so angry, I'm singing a song. 'Cause I'm paying so much for home internet, and that's just wrong.
I've got T-Mobile home internet. I feel happy. Great. Very happy.
Good for you.
Look how much money I'm saving right now.
Wait, really?
There's no hidden fees, no price hikes, one cord.
Bro, wow.
Internet without BS.
Drake, I want to see if you can go line for line with me on this one. Lose your job?
Just have a baby.
Just turned 26 and are off your parents' health insurance?
Well, Cape Cod, Massachusetts Health Career Center has you covered.
When life changes mean health changes, the Health Connector makes sure you still have coverage. The Health Connector won't let you go without coverage. Reach out to learn more. Call us today at 1-877-MA-ENROLL. That is 1-877-MA-ENROLL. Or go to www.ma-healthconnector.org/get help. Get covered today.
Zach, Cole McConnell was just at the plate. He's at the plate again. What's going on, man?
Well, he takes ball 1. McConnell, he's been walking on sunshine indeed. Also a good song. 2 walks today and a strikeout, so 0 for 1 when you really look into it. It is still Sam Broderson in on the plate, and pitch taken up high. Now, did he go? They say he did. 1-1. Sam Broderson back in for his 3rd inning of work. 7-4 our score. Zach Berman, Drake Tall here on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
What do you know? Yeah, Starship, We Built This City, #1 worst song of all time. Achy Breaky Heart is #2.
Really?
It's a shame. It's a shame.
That is a shame. 1-1 pitch to McConnell. Cole McConnell swings and misses the count.
Zach,
1-2.
even more of a shame. #16 worst song of all time. What's Up by the 4 Non-Blondes. I think it's such a good song.
Oh, boy.
Kokomo, the Beach Boys at #12.
Are
be
you
higher.
kidding
That's
me?
a bad song.
Okay.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I Want to Take Ya.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Righty-lefty. Sam Broderson out of Wingate deals and spikes it. Count 2-2.
You know, Broderson's been a bit of a Rembrandt. When he has thrown strikes, have been on the the outside of the zone. Speaking of Rembrandts, the Rembrandts sing the #15 worst song of all time. I'll Be There For You, the Friends theme song.
Well, I mean, it's definitely catchy. It's a little bit annoying at times. I wouldn't call it the worst.
Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, #22. It's just bad, man.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Righty-lefty, Broderson deals, and McConnell takes called strike 3.
You know,
I'd say it's a right call. He froze him.
Yeah, that was bad to watch that through. Speaking of bad, John Mayer, Your Body is a Wonderland, the #28 worst song of all time. I don't think it's bad. 28 worst of all time?
Well, I want to
Your
look
Body is a Wonderland.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
New York Post put out a list. We Built This City, #1. #2, We Are the World.
We Are the World's bad. Weird the world is bad.
Batter is Pancho Ruiz. First pitch, Pancho takes ball
Zach,
one low.
how has everybody converged together to agree that We Built This City is the worst song of all time?
I don't know.
It can't be the worst song of all time. Kokomo's worst, for sure.
Who Let the Dogs Out also on that list?
Who did, Zach? No one ever answered it.
The Baja Man, apparently.
Ah.
1-0 count now on Pancho Ruiz. Pitch, and Pancho takes wisely low again, 2-0. Pancho's had himself a day.
Yes.
Single walk. He's reached base all 3 times.
They also have Barbie Girl by Aqua at 33. How is that not higher than 33?
Don't know.
We didn't start the fire. That's on there. That's
It's always
pretty good.
burning since the
And
world's
the sound
been
of
turning.
silence.
2-0 to Pancho. Takes up by 3-0. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I think this is a better one.
My heart will go on is at 50.
Oh,
this is
stop
awful.
it.
This is awful.
Hey, Panda by Designer up there.
Oh, good song. I got bras in alone.
3-0. That's up by ball for Pancho Ruiz.
4 times.
4 times
The
he's
ham
reached
bone.
base.
The ham bone. A guy close to the golden beret today.
Do we have a new first base coach? I think we do. That's no longer
Zach Volker.
That is Zach Volker. So it was Austin Amaral. Now it is Zach Volker at first base. Drew Erhard. He's had himself a day as well.
You know, the team doesn't want the coaching staff to know this, but they've obviously seen it, because how could you not? A lot of the guys, those hoodies they got, they decided to make them cutoff hoodies. You know, like the baseball, like the batting cage. There's a called strike in the outside corner. The batting cage hoodie with the sleeves cut off. A lot of them all got together and made their own homemade batting cage hoodies.
Those are fantastic.
That's awesome. They look really good. I think it was Rocco Pepe's idea, I'm pretty sure. Rest
The
in
0-1
peace.
to
Who's that guy?
Drew Erhard, and Broderson deals Erhard into center field. Could that drop? Carrick coming on in. It drops for a base hit. And Carrick, who might have had a play on Pancho at second, couldn't handle the ball cleanly. And again, the Harbor Hawks have first and second with only 1 out.
Not going to lie to you, Zach. Carrick has not had the most fun day of playing baseball today.
Happens to the best of us. This Harbor Hawks team so good in the field. They had 6 errors on Wednesday in Katuitt. So, yes, it does happen. 7-4 our score, top of the 6th inning. And now Tito Flores, who also has had a good day. RBI single and a hit by pitch. He's reached base 2 out of 3 times. What else on this list? Rock the Boat by the Hughes Corporation.
We have...
Hey Jude by the Beatles. Come on. What are we doing here?
Oh, dude, how? Wonderful Christmas Time. That I can get with. That's good.
Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin.
Oh, come on.
First pitch to Tito Flores. Checks his swing. Did he go? They check down to first, say yes.
I'll say this. Don't Happy, Be Worried. One of my favorite songs of all time.
You're the Inspiration by Chicago here, number 18 on that list. Oh, I disagree with that. Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart. Oh, I got a good baseball backstory for that one.
Obla Di Bla Da.
That's probably the worst Beatles song. I will.
Oh.
Life Goes On.
Yeah, Desmond had a place in the marketplace.
The 0-1, pitch taken low. So my story about Sunglasses at Night, last summer in the Expedition League, there was a notorious umpire by the name of Anthony. And we don't know his last name.
Anthony's song.
But he would wear sunglasses for all 9 innings, even for night games. And one day during the 8th inning, he went up to the booth, the press box at Moeller Field, and asked us to play Sunglasses at Night for him. 1-1 pitch taken up high, and our sound guy that night said, absolutely not.
It sounds like everything you did in the Expedition League just didn't exist.
No,
I am wholly convinced that nothing you did last summer was real.
Well, I mean, you can ask Mike Bovee. He also did play in the Expedition.
Realistic. I could ask her. She's sitting right here. We can hear her. We've been hearing her all night.
It was a movie. It was a movie. It was like living in a TV show.
Is this not? This is a much better movie?
This is living in a much better TV show. Much better than Summer Catch, I'll say.
Summer Catch was awful.
Not a good movie.
Awful.
2-1 pitch. Tito swings and misses through the breaking ball. By the way, there are runners on first and second with 1 out.
Yo, dude, much worse than, what was this movie? Summer Catch is one of the worst movies of all time, for sure.
But it's not even enjoyably good.
It's
enjoyably
worse than
bad.
right. It's not even entertainingly bad.
It's not like Morbius.
Oh,
or
hi,
The
Mark.
Room.
What's that?
That's The Room.
Yeah, The Room. Okay.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Broderson To the lefty, righty, Tito Flores. Pitch. Tito, oh boy, off a bounce. It takes the ump right in the mask. Everybody's okay, but both runners take the extra base. Time is called, and the ump's got a good laugh about it. But that went off the dirt and then bounced right up and got the ump right between the eyes.
Well, it was interesting. You could see Perez, his first instinct was to stop and make sure the home plate umpire was okay. Well, the ball was, still in play, got away from him. So he had to track back, and Pancho Ruiz had plenty of time. He was already going on the pitch, so Ruiz would have had another stolen base. Sneaky, sneaky speed from the catcher, Pancho Ruiz.
Payoff pitch, the 3-2 to Tito Flores. Broderson deals way up high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Christian Moore.
Built this city. We built this city on walks. Holy crap,
yes,
man. These YD Red Sox have just wanted to have a walk fest today. They have guy after guy after guy just giving out free passes to the Harbor Hawks.
Christian Moore, he knows a thing about free passes. He once walked 4 times in a game.
The golden toupee.
The old golden toupee. And now Scott Pickler has said, you know what?
Scott AP.
I've seen enough. So Sam Broderson will exit. Whoever comes back in will have to face Christian Moore with the bases loaded and only 1 out on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. The Harbor Hawks, a 7-4 lead.
What are you looking forward to?
Adding a takeout window.
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College continuing in graduate studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Welcome to the game, Sean Gamlin, not out of the University of Rhode Island, but out of Rhode Island College.
Are those different?
Yes.
URI.
Now, would you know what Rhode Island College's nickname is?
The College of Champions.
Well, they would be the Rhode Island College Anchormen. So you stay classy, San Diego. Top of the 6th inning, 7-4 our score. Harbor Hawks have the lead. Zach Berman, Drake Toll, and Sean Gamblin's going to have to come into this thing in a tough spot, bases loaded. None of the base runners are his responsibility, and Christian Moore, who could turn this from a close game to a blowout with 1 swing of the bat stepping in.
Well, Gamblin this season, 10 1/3, 15 strikeouts, 8 walks. That's not very good. A couple of saves, though. 10 appearances, 4.35 ERA. Giving up in those 10 1/3. A total of 5 earned runs.
Well, he did blow the July 3rd Hyannis YD game. You know, the crazy one with the 45-minute 8th inning. That was him.
Sean.
Batter is Christian Moore, 1 for 3 with a 2-run single in the 1st inning.
SHAUN.
Like Sean White.
Okay.
First pitch, Moore swings and misses. So you got Pancho Ruiz off of 3rd.
I went to high school with a Sean that was SHON.
Sean Green, a former Jets running back, SHONN. Tito Flores off of first and Drew Erhard off of second. Walk, single, walk respectively. That's how we're here.
We're in the top of the 6th.
The 0-1. Righty, Gamelin. Takes a long time now, winds up and deals in more. High fly ball down the right field line, foul, quickly 0-2.
We live in a reality where Mitch Jebb comes to the plate for the 5th time in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that could happen. One of either Moore or Caleb Spur reaches, and we're right in that situation.
I'm feeling a Spur hit here.
That would be nice, but
everybody
hey.
else has reached base, right?
Yeah, everybody else has reached base.
Okay.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, righty. Gamelin, who's been with the YD Red Sox since the very jump, the 0-2, and Moore swings and misses on 3 pitches.
Well, Gamelin bumping the zone there, strikeout pitcher, now 16 strikeouts in 10 2/3.
Gamelin had no strikeouts in his last plate appearance, or his last appearance. He only went 1/3 of an inning, allowed 2 earned runs in the July 27th 9-1 Orleans loss. By the way, in between innings, the Orleans crew did text me what's going on with the game. Obviously, they're pretty in tune to what's going on here, considering the divisional race in the West, or excuse me, in the East. But that brings up Caleb Spur.
Are they close in that?
Closer than you'd expect. Bases loaded, 2 outs.
No, they can't. They cannot win the East.
They can't win the East. First pitch, Spur takes outside 1-0.
They actually cannot get top 2 in the East unless Brewster loses. So the real game they're looking at is Brewster tonight.
Brewster has Orleans tonight. No score in that yet. First pitch slated for 7.
It is 7, okay. 7 o'clock at Eldridge tonight?
Yeah, looks that way.
Oh, man, they're playing late. Chatham does that.
Chatham does do that. Chatham down 5-1 to Harwich. Bourne up 2-zip.
Chatham down 8-2 to Bourne, or to Harwich, sorry.
Looks like Bourne's up 2-zip. Last I checked, bottom of the 3rd over Falmouth. That is a huge game.
Yeah.
1-0 to Caleb Spur. Did he swing through? They check down and say, yes, he did. 1-1.
Katuitt up on Wareham 4-3 at last check.
4-3, bottom of the 7th at Lowell Park.
Getting dark there.
It is getting dark there. It's starting. He's still got, I'd say, about an hour of light left here.
Would enjoy a Wareham win in that one, but if it's not to be, then okay.
Wareham did their job last night. 1-1 pitch. Spur takes up and in 2-1.
Bourne and Katuitt play tomorrow, and that is massive.
Where is that? Is that at Bourne or at Katuitt?
I don't know. I can tell you though.
Yeah, that game
is at Katuitt.
Oh, that's a pretty significant game. Is it a 4:30 start or a 4 start?
It is a 4:30 start.
Okay, so the lights are going to play some role in that game.
Yep. Boxrucker against Whitman.
It's a good pitching matchup. Boxrucker's given these Hyannis Harbor Hawks fits the 2-1 pitch, and Spur pops it straight foul. That's coming towards us. Oh, just to the left of us. 2-2. We've only had, close calls with foul balls at one ballpark in Chatham. Chatham's really the only ballpark where you're not protected, I'd say, by a screen because of where you're sitting. So you're in the splash zone. It's kind of like SeaWorld.
Yeah. I've heard people compare Veterans Field to SeaWorld pretty often.
Except instead of getting splashed with water in Chatham, you get splashed with fog. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Gamelin deals, and Spur swings and misses at the high heat, and the Harbor Hawks have left him loaded again. They leave him with 3 base runners, 1 hit, no runs through 5.5. Your score, 7-4 Hawks on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
When you need a better place to work, CapeSpace is the place to turn. In today's changing work environment, shared workspaces offer a flexible and affordable alternative to conventional office space. At CapeSpace, we offer a wide range of membership packages to suit your professional needs, complete with office amenities like high-speed Wi-Fi, coffee, printing stations, reception service, and private meeting rooms. Visit our website today to learn more.
UFOS Active Recovery. Because life keeps you on your toes. Because you want to shine when you rise. foam technology absorbs impact with every step, so your body doesn't have to. Because standing still gets you nowhere. Get yours today at ufos.com. Feel better. Feel the U.
Welcome back here to Red Wilson Field, bottom of the 6th inning. The Harbor Hawks a 7-4 lead. Zach Berman, Drake Dole, and now a quick word from our sponsor, T-Mobile. T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. They're committed to serving those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Harbor Hawks a 7-4 lead. Jordy Allard back out for what's going to be his second full inning of work at left field. 6, 7, and 8. Long and Tillin Freeberger, and the Harbor Hawks left him loaded in the second inning, didn't score. And that came back to bite him as YD made this a closer contest. They scored 4 in the bottom of that second inning. Now the Harbor Hawks leave him loaded again in the 6th, and your mind immediately goes back. Don't want to miss those opportunities to put this game away.
Yeah, you're right. They have left the bases loaded twice today.
Long first pitch swinging, fouls it away. Count 0-1. Long, a 2-run homer was the start of that second inning rally. That second inning rally, a 2-run homer by Johnny Long, and then a 2-run triple by Homer Bush. The 0-1 fouled away again. Count 0-2.
Yeah, 3 hits today for the YD Red Sox. 4 runs, though.
Well, the extra base hit can be your friend sometimes. And
most times, actually.
Most times, more often than not, it is.
Yeah. I can't actually think of a time where the extra base hit for your team would not be a good thing.
Well, I can think of one time where the home run isn't your friend, when you need a multi-run rally in the bottom of the 9th. And
I still think your friend.
It's still your friend, but it's not the friend you want as opposed to stringing a few hits together.
Yeah.
As
I would agree.
Long's looking to shake that one off.
Were we having that conversation yesterday about how a team's down by 3 in the bottom of the 9th and you hit a solo home run? It's my least favorite home run that's ever existed.
Oh, yeah, no, we've had that conversation. You know what else wasn't really fun was, from a broadcast standpoint, yesterday's game was probably the most uneventfully boring game the Harbor Hawks have played in all season.
I bet you guys made it entertaining.
We made the broadcast entertaining.
I wasn't there to hijack stuff, but I bet you still found a way.
We always, from a broadcast, it was always fun. But then again, when are the broadcasts here in this broadcast booth? Never fun.
Yeah, we don't talk about baseball too much, do we?
We don't talk about baseball. We don't talk about Bruno as they sing it Encanto. The 0-2 pitch. And Johnny Long says, we don't talk about that one. He swings and misses. Strike 3.
Yeah, that was, we saw a pitcher named Bruno the other day. Isn't that what it was?
Yes.
Could do it, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, that was the 6 error game.
Gunnar
Antillin, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. He also was caught stealing after that single.
Yeah. Some games do stand out, Zach Berman. The Bourne game, the 6 error Katua game.
Hit on the ground to third. Nice play by Erhard. Fields fires in time. Nice play by Drew Erhard. Quickly 2 up, 2 down.
Flash the glove. Drew Erhard over at third base. The Tampa product get it done.
I would say
very nicely.
Yeah, I would say all 3 of the YD games have stood out. One, because it was just in Hartford. It stands out by itself as Don Freeberger comes up. But then the crazy 8th inning, the first YD game, and then the 4th of July comeback where the Harbor Hawks wound up tying the game. And these fans at Red Wilson Field got introduced to a man by the name of Mitch Jebb, who tied the game with an RBI single in the top of the 9th, pitch taken, ball 1.
The game where Eric Beatty was politely asked to leave, that very first YD game.
1-0, pitch taken low, 2-0.
That was umpire game, 45-minute delay.
Yeah, that was.
And then Beatty, they say goodbye to Beatty for a couple of days. And then the Harbor Hawks, thanks to Cole McConnell blowing it wide open, win that one late. We need to rank the top 5 games next game.
The Katuitt tie, that was also up there. Hit on the ground to third, Erhard again. Fields fires in time, and that might be one of the top 5 innings that Jordy Allard has pitched all year. Allard all smiles. Again, 1, 2, 3. Down go the Red Sox. Through 6 our score. 7-4 Hawks on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Bursa's Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
See you soon at Gannon's Tavern.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Top of the 7th inning now. Our score, Hyannis 7, YD 4, Zach Berman, Drake Toll, and looks like we still have... Do we still have the same pitcher? That would be, the answer is yes, it is still Sean Gamelin.
Oh, that's right. They took the other guy out, Mauterer.
He pitched early.
Yeah, that's right.
Mauterer went 2 2/3, 2 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Jake Berry's final stat line, now that we can give it to you, and that's about the last thing point streak updated today. Went 3 full innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, all of them
I think he went
earned.
more than 3, you remember, because they brought Allard in with 2 down, or 1 down. So I still don't think the point streak's updated that.
No, they haven't. So 3 1/3, 2 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. There you go. Top of the 7th inning, Gamelin gets his last couple warm-up pitches in, and it is McConnell, Poncho, and Drew Erhard to start here. Or excuse me, I take that back. It is Mitch Jebb, Mike Sirota, and Nolan Shonowell. Sun beginning to set rapidly. A lot of cloud cover here off to our left. It's hiding the sun. I'd say another 30 minutes might be where we stand.
Maybe.
What is the sunset in Yarmouth today? That would be Wait a second.
What am I waiting for?
Sunset sets tonight, or the sun sets tonight at...
Jeez, man. I'm on the edge of my seat.
7:59 p.m.
Okay.
So yeah, no, first sunset within 8 p.m. we've had in a while. Might be first time this season.
Come on, Mitchie.
The batter is Mitch Jebb. 1 for 2, a single, 2 walks. He's reached base 3 out of 4 times.
Yeah, you're doing so good.
Come on. What more can you say? Gamelin, righty-lefty. Big windup in the pitch. Taken low, 1-0 to Jebb.
Last time YD was at home, they lost 9-1, and the game ended at 7:32, so we know we can at least play till then. 7:32, it ended in a full 9, though, so throw that out there.
Yeah, this game is, I don't get full 9 vibes from this game unless things go haywire in the bottom of the 7th.
I'll reason with you there.
1-0. Righty-lefty. Gamelin deals Jebb. Lines it to short. Fielded by Hadeen. The long throw in time. Nice play by Hadeen there.
Hadeen?
Hadeen.
Hadeen. Yeah. Like a southern guy. Like, you know, working on... yeah, like you're saying hello to your friend Dean. Hey, Dean.
Mike Sirota steps in. He has reached base 2 out of 4 times. That wind really picking up here at YD.
Told you it's cold. You know you're cold.
I'm not cold. I'd say temperate. Well, you guys can see me. I'm on camera. You can definitely see me. I'm hanging in there.
What?
Just barely by a thread.
They can see that?
Well, they can see. Yeah, we have the booth cam.
I know. What can they see about you being cold, man?
Well, I'm wearing a polo and shorts, pitch taken up high, 1-0.
I know, but what does that have to do with the booth cam? Them seeing you be
cold.
cold.
Well, you're wearing a hoodie. You're all...
no hood on this guy.
Sweatshirt.
Better luck next time.
I don't know. I call all sweatshirts hoodies, even though they don't necessarily have hoods on.
You know what? I will actually agree with that, Zach Berman. I do the same thing.
1-0. Called to strike, 1-1.
Come on, Mikey.
Best hoodie I have owned this summer. You know, I got the Barstool Hyannis Harbor Hawks. That's a crew neck. That's not a full
true.
hoodie. But the
Mazdak Darvari.
I got a Beachcomber hoodie. Amazing.
Beachcomber hoodie?
Oh yeah.
All the cool kids are getting the Beachcomber stuff, man.
The best place to
I got a Woodshed hoodie. Went to Woodshed last night. Got a Woodshed hoodie.
1-1. Pitch taken low, 2-1. You know, last night I went out for dinner with Sam Prince, who was up in the booth yesterday.
So
Sam,
what is he the Prince of? I was
Prince of the Pod.
That.
That's his podcast.
Okay.
Prince on the Pod. He also
Prince on the Pod?
Prince on the Pod. That's
Prince of the Pod would have been cool.
Yeah. Sam, if you're listening, I hope your family's enjoyed their time up on Cape Cod. You're making a safe trip back home to the Caldwells in New Jersey. Pitch taken up by 3-1 to Mike Sirota, but went out to a Spanky's last night, right past the trees on the harbor. Good seafood. Really, really good. Had a nice blade of a blackened cod. It was delicious. What's for dinner tonight? We were thinking Roadhouse, but that's all the way up in Plymouth. 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2.
I think a $5 biggie bag at Wendy's is calling my name.
And there is a Wendy's in Yarmouth.
Yeah, won't be going to that one. I only give my money to businesses in Hyannis, Massachusetts.
I can respect that.
Thank you.
Definitely respect that. I mean, I do my grocery shopping in Hyannis despite living in Yarmouth.
That's probably good.
Shout out to Trader Joe's.
TJ's.
3-2 payoff pitch, and Gamblin deals Sirota down Hackett. Second out of the inning. And you know what else I bought within Hyannis city limits would be a Massachusetts state lottery ticket.
When did you buy a lottery ticket?
I bought a lottery ticket Thursday.
Did you actually do it?
Yeah, and I didn't win. But as a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Massachusetts State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns from across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and 50 more. Unless your name is Zach Berman, you just didn't win.
What do you do with $1.3 billion you won from the lottery?
I'd install lights at every Cape Cod Baseball League field that doesn't have them. First pitch called a strike to Nolan Shonowell.
Well, you're going to get what, $700 million of that? $750?
I'd say so.
After taxes, you're getting a large chunk of that taken out.
A lot of $5 biggie bags.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still getting, if you get $700 mil, that's still pretty good little payday.
Yeah, I'd say so. 0-1. Gamblin, who's looked good out of the gate, and that's slapped to center field. Base hit Shonowell. Now 2 for 5 today.
Good piece of hitting there, dropping it in front of Cole Kerrigan. So Shonowell stands at first base. Now you get with 2 down and a runner on. Cole McConnell at the dish. We haven't seen McConnell flash the power here in a little bit, so maybe the lefty can get a hold of one. But Zach, $700 million. Do you stop working? What do you do, man?
No,
your life changes.
I know your life changes.
Do whatever you want.
I think I would still broadcast just because this doesn't feel like work to me.
Broadcast for free, though?
No, I would still I would still pursue the career. I just live life a little bit nicer. Maybe get a nice car, a nice house here out on Cape Cod.
Cuban cigar,
Ski house, Colorado. First pitch taken low and away, ball
so
one.
You're okay. Thank you for donating money to the poor, by the way.
I know you still got enough money to donate to some charities.
If you buy houses, you're going to buy your first home, your second home you're going to buy. The first one being the one you live in. The second's going to be in Colorado. Ski house?
Yeah, ski house in Colorado.
You're a big ski guy.
Big ski guy. It's honestly, that's the sport I say I grew up playing the most. If you call it a sport of skiing.
I do call it a sport.
1-0. McConnell takes up by 2-0. Now, what would you do with that, $700 million?
I think my first house that I'm going to buy outside of my house that I live in would be on Cape Cod.
Yeah, no. It's once you spend a whole summer here, you fall in love with the place.
I just don't know. I mean, that's like, if it's $700 million, that's $699 million that I don't need.
Yeah, I think I'd put a lot in the bank and just wait.
Poor Jew.
2-0. McConnell fouls it away. Actually, no, they're going to say he swung and missed, and Shonowell will motor down to second base. He swung, missed. It went off the shin pad of the catcher. And that catcher, by the way, no longer Perez. As point streak finally updates.
Hey,
At the top of the seventh inning, it is now Proto, not Provo as in Provo, Utah, but Proto as in Ryan Proto from UMass Lowell.
I mean, Zach, if I win the $1.3 billion lottery, I'm going to find a bunch of cousins I didn't know I had. A bunch of people from high school be calling me, stuff like that. You got to go off the face of the earth. I mean, your life changes probably for the worst, mostly. Yeah, no, absolutely. Your life change, a large portion of your life gets worse.
Oh, no. You can't even deny that because people are going to ask you for everything.
You ever seen Forrest Gump?
Of course.
It's exactly what the movie's about.
2-1 pitch. Gamblin deals. McConnell, high pop. Shallow left center field. Coming under, making the catch is, oh, boy. Well, let's talk about the catch was made, but Kerrigan Bush I don't think any of them called the ball off in time, and it wasn't a collision as much as it was just a friendly little hug.
Early games, first week of the season, communication's just not there. You'll see that happen quite a bit.
Well, time to stretch here at Red Wilson. 7-4 our score on Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. The Hawks looking to wrap things up.
With Hood Milk, you can trust your family is getting high-quality milk in every nutritious and delicious drop. It begins here on farms that Hood selects, with farmers who uphold the highest standards and who pledge to never use artificial growth hormones. And you'll see that care continue right to your home with our Light Block bottle, which protects the fresh taste of your milk. At Hood, we never stop caring about our milk because you never stop caring about your family. Always good, always Hood.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England Pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
See you soon at Gannon's Tavern.
Bottom of the 7th inning of play, and the Harbor Hawks a 7-4 lead. Zach Berman, Drake Toll, and before that bottom of the 7th inning kicks off, we saw our umpiring crew have that discussion. Maybe it's starting to get a little bit dark out. I don't know how many innings we have left here. It's 7:20, sunsets at 7:59 tonight, but we're at least getting through the bottom of the 7th as Perez will come to the plate. Yes, it is Perez. So it looks like we're having another substitution elsewhere because Perez is no longer catching the game. First pitch taken, low ball 1.
This is weird.
Yeah, this is weird. They took Perez out as a defensive substitution.
Well, it's not weird. This is a different Perez.
It's a different Perez.
This is actually Burnett.
There's a strike call.
You know what? Robbie Burnett from Franklinton, North Carolina. 6 at-bats, 3 strikeouts.
This
not
is
a good
Robbie
ratio.
Burnett. Yes, they announced him as Burnett. Count 1 and 2.
I think they announced him as Perez.
Yeah, I
think
did.
So.
Hence why I said Perez.
Right.
But is Perez out, Burnett in? So the PA announcer here announced him as Perez, and immediately I was like, oh, it's Perez. No, it is Robbie Burnett.
Yeah.
No relation to former New York Yankee A.J. Burnett.
He was the pitcher.
Yeah, he was a pitcher. Was part of that 09 championship team.
Jeez, AJ's that old?
Yeah. 1-2 pitch.
Oh, my dad played against A.J. Burnett.
Is that so?
Never told you that? Yeah, my dad played with Torrey Hunter and against A.J. Burnett. My dad got drafted. Have I said that ever?
Yeah, you have.
Have I told anybody that? My dad got drafted to play in the major leagues.
2-2 pitch. Burnett hits it on the ground, and that takes a funky hop over the glove of Shonowell. Base hit, so Robbie Burnett comes in and leads this bottom of the 7th inning off with a single. And Jordy Allard's got to contend with a base runner for the top of this wide E lineup. Oh, by the way, Jordy Allard's still in the ballgame.
Yeah, Allard has given up his first hit now through 2 2/3, where he's got 3 strikeouts. So his leash is still pretty long. Is giving way in the lineup after Burnett is Homer Bush Jr., the one-hole hitter. But yeah, Dad played against A.J. Burnett, and I never told you this. My dad really can't stand baseball now. He won't watch it. Refuses to watch baseball.
First pitch to Homer Bush takes a little bit low, ball 1. Well, A.J. Burnett had one of the weirdest no-hitters in baseball history. I believe
a weird no-hitter.
He walked 9 guys.
Oh, what?
He walked 9
like 140
guys.
pitches?
Pitch called a strike. Count 1-1. Yeah, May 12th, 2001. A.J. Burnett, while he was pitching for the Florida Marlins against the San Diego Padres, threw 129 pitches, struck out 7, walked 9.
Wow.
1-1, and there's that breaking ball.
Did you just say he struck out 7 in a no-hitter?
And walked 9.
In a complete game no-hitter?
Complete game no-hitter, but also walked 9.
Only struck out 7.
Only struck out 7.
And walked 9. That's wild.
1-2 pitch to Homer Bush. Righty. Allard deals in the dirt. Nice block by Ruiz. Can't get Bush to fish for it. Count 2-2.
It's fish with a PH or an F?
Fish with an F, not like the band.
I don't even know what you're talking about. There's a band?
There's a band called Fish.
Only 4 hits today for YD.
Only 4 hits indeed. That fourth on the base paths right now. 2-2. Hit on the ground to Erhard. This could be 2. There's 1 on to first. Not in time. Not by much. But 5-4 is the force, and the lead runner taken off the base paths to bring up to Woody Haydeen.
Yeah, Woody Haydeen today, the 2-hole hitter, is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, but still batting .333 on his Cape League season.
Haydeen 0 for 3 today, like you mentioned.
He's batting 2. What is 2 out of 6, man?
2 out of 6. That would be 333.
So yeah, he is batting .333. All right, that makes more sense.
Off
now.
of first Bush, Haydeen takes the first pitch inside, ball 1.
Out of
Woody Haydeen out.
You're gonna have to help me with that one.
Hold on.
Temecula,
California.
Okay.
UC Irvine.
Yep.
1-0 pitch to Haydeen. He takes a called strike fastball up and away, 1-1.
Good fastball there from Jordy Allard. And Allard sits right now at 39 pitches.
This is the longest we've seen him go this year.
Strike. Is it? Wow. 27 for strikes, 12 for balls.
No, he has looked impressive up to this point. 1-1 to Haydeen. There's a called strike at the knees, 1-2.
Jordy Allard. I like it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Harbor Hawks 7, Red Sox 4. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner off of first, Allard deals the 1-2. Haydeen doesn't budge on the breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2. Pancho Ruiz behind the plate has been fantastic to this point. Another great block by Pancho.
Yeah. Our Rock pitchers have been really solid, too. The battery today for Hyannis, only allowing 4 hits, and Pancho locking everything up. Just great.
2-2 pitch to Haydeen, and it's hit on the ground. Could be a tough play. Moore's only play is to first. The underhand flips it in time. So the runner advances to second, Bush, but score the out 4-3, and that brings up Hayden's shot. Last licks here in the 7th inning.
Shot is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a .286 batting average this season. Another guy who's fairly new to YD out of Columbia. Not the country.
Not the country,
Just
not the town.
university.
Not the town in South Carolina, not the better town in Missouri.
Whoa, shots fired.
Oh, I'm going to say it. First pitch to shot, hit on the ground to short. Jeb, oh, he boots it. It gets past him and into center field. That's going to score Bush. Likely an E6 and a rare one on Mitch Jeb, but it's going to keep the inning alive and get this game a little bit closer. It's now 7-5.
Yeah, third error of the day for Hyannis. They came into this game third to last in errors on Cape Cod in that they don't have that many. Came in with 37, so now have 40. Third best on Cape Cod. I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say.
I get what you're saying. It's an unearned run for Jordy Allard. And Cole Carrick, who has had himself a rough day to this point, can undo a lot of that with one swing of the bat. He does represent the tying run. Only a 2-run game, and now we're going to have a meeting on the mound.
Well, it's a YD offense. Came into this game not very good. They are last in the league in doubles. They are last in the league in home runs. They are almost last in the league in triples this season. However, they are 4th in hits and 5th in runs, so that's not too bad. But plenty of these statistics where they've just been lethargic offensively. And tonight, you've only seen 4 hits again, but 3 Hyannis errors and a plethora of walks have given YD the opportunities they've needed. They've taken advantage of them to a decent extent to still have 5 runs on just 4 hits.
Absolutely. I don't know if we've mentioned this yet, but I don't think we mentioned it last night. Falmouth has clinched a playoff spot.
Yep.
So Wareham is officially eliminated.
Yes.
So your 4 teams in the West, they are set. Hyannis, Bourne, Katuitt, Falmouth. In what order, that just remains to be seen. But
wild, though, Zach Berman. Wild that we have 3 games left. Now, less than 3 games left. And the East is still so wide open.
Only 2 teams have clinched.
Chatham could finish in the 3 spot.
Chatham has tied their last 2.
Could finish in the 2 spot.
They could.
They're 6 points back of Brewster, so 3 games back with 3 games to go.
First pitch to Carrick, swings, fouls it away, count 0-1.
And in the West, Falmouth is the 4 seed no matter what. Katuitt, Bourne, and Hyannis, like you said, are all vying for that 2 spot.
Falmouth would be the 3 seed
spot
in the East.
Yeah.
How about those Commodores? What a second half of the season they have had to get themselves in this position. Pitch taken outside and away. Gulkarig now 1-1 on the count. But yes, Hyannis at 48, Bourne and Katua tied at 47. You think that game between the Braves and Kets is going to mean something tomorrow? Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
1-1. Breaking ball, strike, count 1-2.
And Bourne's up 2-1 on Falmouth. Katua on top of Wareham right now, 4-3. Those are both huge games.
And then, of course, Tuesday, the Hawks and Braves in a game. That's going to mean a heck of a lot as well.
Yeah. Could be a battle for the West Division.
We're not going to know where the Harbor, as we have a flock of geese that is considering descending on the field. Now they fly away. There was a full flock of geese in that, the flying V formation that flew onto the field, thought about it, and then settled away. The 1-2 pitch, that's line right field, down for a base hit, and that gets past the glove of Sirota, and way behind him, Sirota able to cut it off just in time, and the Harbor Hawks were lucky there because Hayden's shot tripped around second base. He likely would have scored otherwise.
Well, the sun's going down, Zach, and looks like we probably should call this one because the light, you can't really see anything. So if we can go ahead and get the umpires out here and go home, that'd be great.
Fourth error of the game, and error palooza, which the Harbor Hawks had averted the last two nights. Not the case tonight. Mike Bovee steps to the plate as the go-ahead run. And now it's time, if you're Jordy Allard, you got to bear down here. First pitch to Bovee. Fastball, strike one. Bovee, 0 for 2. He's lined out and then hit into a 6-3. He got shot off of second, shot off of third, Carrig off of second. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, great block again by Poncho. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 7-5 our score. Bottom 7, the light quickly dwindling here at Red Wilson Field as Allard steps off the bag for a second.
Bovee,
they're going to
hitting 276.
Yes. Are they going to intentionally walk him? They are.
I like that. Ryan Proto comes up behind him, and Ryan Proto has yet to get a hit on Cape Cod. So you want to test the guy who doesn't have a 276 average on Cape Cod. Proto's a guy out of UMass Lowell who steps to the dish again. Hitless here for YD so far, 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. He played for Bourne earlier this season and was released by the Braves. Prior to that,
it's not going to be Provo.
Yeah, probably a good call there from YD to bring in.
It's not going to be Proto. Let's see who it is. Is this Johnny Long, who has been so good? It is not Johnny Long. It is a pitch hitter. No.
You can't pick out a guy from the lineup to come hit.
Braden Montgomery out of Stanford, and this is a big spot for a guy that could potentially be a top 15 draft pick next summer. Braden Montgomery, two-way player. We've seen him pinch, we've seen him pitch, we've seen him hit. And oh boy, bases loaded, 2 outs, Hawks are down, or up 7-5 first pitch. Montgomery swings and misses right after the high heat, couldn't catch up.
Montgomery has 51 at-bats this year and 13 hits for a 255 batting average, which is really solid on Cape Cod, 339 OBP. Oh, and what a spot this is here.
0-1 to Montgomery. Hit on the ground to Moore. Moore, Fields, underhands, in time, and Jordy Allard is fired up as he gets out of a huge bases-loaded jam. Jordy Allard, not typically a guy that shows a ton of emotion, but you saw him absolutely fired up getting out of this one. Bases loaded, 2 outs, tying run on first, and the Harbor Hawks escape. 7-5 our score. Let's go to the 8th, assuming they don't call it.
Let's call it. Right here, right now.
Umps are talking right now. The YD Red Sox still taking the field for the time being.
Way too dark.
But I think we're going to play on. We're going to take a quick break. We'll tell you what happens when we come back.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are, they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, determine who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
Be a bad mother.
Seems like we're going to get one more inning. That's it. Here at Red Wilson Field in Yarmouth, Zach Berman, Drake Tull, and boy, Jordy Allard bearing down, was not helped by his defense, but when the team needed him most, he came up huge.
No, that was really, really big with base juice, get your way out. And now you've got a scenario where, this is the last inning, but if the Harbor Hawks string together 3-4 hits here in the top of the 8th, that's ball game. They're not going to – it's not a scenario with the lights where you can say, hey, this is the last inning no matter what. It's a, hey, this should be the last inning, but then if the top of this inning drags on, they're going to call it because it got too dark.
Right. Well, up comes Pancho Ruiz, and regardless of what Pancho does at this at-bat, he has been great today. Like, when I say great, I mean great. Pancho has reached base 4 out of 4 times at this point, also an RBI single, and countless great defensive plays behind the plate.
Another new catcher, too. 4 now behind the dish for the YD Red Sox.
And that would be Cole Carrick is behind the plate.
Neat.
First pitch, and Pancho takes a fastball called strike.
Well, Cole was having some struggles out in center field tonight, so let's just throw him behind the dish, see what he can do there.
Well, Cole Carrick and Pancho Ruiz were chatting it up beforehand because Cole Carrick
plays for San Diego State. Yeah, that's awesome.
Carrick caught 5 games for SDSU this past spring.
Oh, so Pancho wasn't their everyday catcher.
He backed up Pancho Ruiz.
That's awesome. Pretty neat.
The 0-1. Ruiz swings and misses, and you know Carrick's going to know what to call here because Carrick has practiced so many times with Ruiz, not just, as a catcher, but he knows what he swings at, he knows what he doesn't swing at. Carrick is going to know this better than anybody else, what to call here for YD, and the man on the bump, that would be Sean Gamelin, who's been pretty good in a relief effort. The 0-2 pitch to Ruiz, and Pancho stays alive.
So Pancho's OBP is 1,000 today.
And, you see, even between pitches, Pancho and Carrick just exchange had a little exchange, and Gamelin, big smile on his face. But I think, Carrick, a big smile on his face. That's the beauty of the Cape League. You get these guys that have been teammates for so long, and now they're opponents.
Yeah, true. That's pretty neat.
0-2 pitch. Pancho takes way up high. Ducks away from it, 1-2. And Pancho once again goes back to Carrick, and he says, come on, man, what are you doing there?
Gamelin came right at Pancho's jaw. He had to dive out of the way just in time.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the 8th, 7-5. The Hawks looking to cling on here in what would be a huge win. The 1-2 pitch. Pancho pops it sky high, foul. Right field side, out of play.
I mean, he can keep fouling them off, too. That sun is going down rapidly now.
Sunset, 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees out here, so the sun doesn't really shine on the field very well. Aw.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Sean Gamelin looking to get through this 8th inning efficiently. 1-2 pitch, Gamelin deals way up high, 2-2. Well, I don't think we're going to see Jordy Allard for the bottom of the 8th, should we even reach that point. But who do you throw out there? I think it would be, you threw Langenberg yesterday.
Yeah, maybe you have Allard go out. I don't know if I'd mind that too much.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out.
Are we still doing Hawk Talk today?
I think we are.
Okay.
2-2 pitch incoming. Pancho swings and misses. So Pancho doesn't reach base every time tonight, but still a great day for Ruiz. 1 down here in the top of the 8th.
If Erhard wants to tie his left shoe and then realize that his right shoe needs to be tied as well, it'd be a great time to do it. Maybe if Beatty calls time, or, that was a conversation we had after the Katuitt game where Hyannis lost in a game that was called. It wasn't. They played the full 9, but it could have been called. The light says, play that game. If you're up, by 2 runs late.
Erhard shows bunt, lays it down. It's a beaut, and that's going to be a base hit for Drew Erhard. How about that? Not a guy necessarily known for his speed, and You know, we haven't talked about it much. Drew Erhard, 3 for 5 with an RBI. What a day for him.
Hit number 10 for the Harbor Hawks today, too, so that will certainly play.
So Drew Erhard bunts his way aboard.
He's been here for a week. So I think he has as many hits as I do, and he's been here for a week.
Christian Moore chiming in on that one.
That's pretty good.
That brings up Tito Flores. He's had himself a good day as well. He's reached base 3 out of 4 times, also was an RBI single to his name. The hits with runners in scoring position, despite leaving the bases loaded twice, have been pretty good tonight. First pitch, Tito takes a called strike. Then again, anything's going to look good when you get shut out the night prior.
Yeah. Zach Matshaw is 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a walk. His batting average, .377.
Oh, my goodness.
That is not great for the Mitch Jeb truthers of the world.
I think Mitch Jeb can still expect to be a finalist, which is still in this
He'll be
league.
top 2.
Top 2. A 1 inside. Did that get Tito? Just missed him inside, count 1-1.
So Erhard over at first, Tito Flores up here. Everybody's taking their time, and it is getting much, much darker. You can tell if you're listening on YouTube here, you can see the booth cam. We've had to roll in our ring light because it's so dark that we can't even see the stuff in front of us.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Gamelin. Ready? Fires away the 1-1. Tito takes a called strike, 1-2.
But as we mentioned earlier, there are plenty of these managers that will play the lights if they're the home team. They want to win, and when you have the lights at your advantage, you do that. The Hawks have the lights at their advantage here, so why not play that game?
Well, we saw Scott Pickler back on that 4th of July game not play the lights when he could have, and the Harbor Hawks wound up tying that
but
game.
If you make a team lose because they don't have lights, that's not on you.
2-2 pitch. Tito fouls it straight back.
I'm sorry that I hit a car. I'm
got
sorry that we beat you
Yeah.
because you don't have lights is something that I don't think you're ever going to be really sorry for.
No. How many games have we seen called due to lighting this season? I think only 1.
Brewster
was never called.
Wow.
It was just that one Katuitt game, the 6-6 tie. That was the only one we've had called to lights all year. 1-2 to Tito Flores. Runner off of first, Drew Erhard. Gamelin fires home the 1-2. Tito checked his swing. Did he go? They say yes. Strike 3. Flores down swinging, and now Christian Moore, the last man standing here in the top of the 8th. And if Moore goes down pretty quickly, we're definitely going to get a bottom of the 8th.
Yeah. Eric Beatty is doing what Eric Beatty does and is being a sportsman. I can't fault him for that.
I think you just have to pay Scott Pickler back because Pickler, in that July 4th game, could have dragged it out and had the Harbor Hawks lose the game.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And the Harbor Hawks instead got a point in time.
Dude, keep making me feel guilty for wanting to win because of the lights.
First
It's
pitch,
working.
Moore fouls it straight back. I think either way this game ends 8.
You're making me upset that I want the game to be over due to lighting.
Count 1-0. 0-1 on Christian Moore. The Harbor Hawks looking to get points 49 and 50 if they can hang on and win this one tonight. The 0-1 to Moore. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
All right. Zach, back to your conversation. Who comes out for the last inning? Maybe Allard, maybe Jackson Emis.
Emis is a good choice.
For an inning, I don't know. Probably Emis probably going long relief tomorrow, likely.
Tomorrow you got Jay Driver in the starter spot. We don't have a starter name for Tuesday. So
Driver Emis, I wouldn't be too upset with that.
No, I would not either. 0-2. Gamblin deals way up high, 1-2.
So,
well, it sets up with an off day Wednesday. I'd say your playoff rotation in no particular order. Kodo.
In particular order. Volker, Kodo,
Berry.
That's definitely it.
That's
sure.
it.
Faux show.
1-2. Gamelin deals away the 1-2, and Moore chops it weakly. That could be a tough play. Fielding and firing is Yost in time, and we're going to get to see a bottom of the 8th. So the Harbor Hawks, despite a one-out single by Drew Erhard, can't get anything to pass through 7.5, our score.
Zach?
Hyannis, wait. Yeah?
You absolutely throw Allard, and if he gets in any trouble, make a pitching change.
Yes. Tracks the game out. 7-5 through 7.5.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Jam up. Bottleneck. Log jam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Choosing T-Mobile is like paying for this, but getting that. And so much more. More 5G bars in more places. More savings so your family saves 20% versus the other guys. And we won't raise the price of your rate plan with our price lock guarantee. Get more with T-Mobile. More 5G coverage, more savings, and even more cool stuff.
Well, it is not Jordy Allard. It is not Jackson Emus. It is Ty Langenberg.
Zach,
who pitched yesterday.
As a scenario, if you bring Allard back out, then you've got a spot where if Allard does walk the first guy he sees, you make a pitching change, and, well, now you're taking up another 3 or 4 minutes of sunlight, and the sunset is here, so...
Sun due to set 15 minutes.
You've got an opportunity to play the clock when it's at your advantage. Eric Beatty's a better man than me because I would do it. If the other team does not have lights, that is not your fault, and you can use that to your own advantage just as much as they could theirs. But yeah, Ty Langenberg's pretty good at baseball.
Ty Langenberg, who pitched yesterday, back out for his second straight game. Yesterday was a pretty easy 1-2-3 ninth inning in a game the Harbor Hawks wound up losing.
This is the first time we've seen a Harbor Hawk pitcher go back-to-back.
That would be correct. Well, one can assume this is the last time you'll see Langenberg till the playoffs.
Pending, but yeah, it's likely. That's a very good possibility.
Hope that you wouldn't have to use him in the last 2 games of the regular season. Harbor Hawks a 7-5 lead. Zach Berman, Drake Toll, and this is a big one. This is a big game if the Harbor Hawks want to maybe get home field throughout the rest of the playoffs.
Also, Katuitt and Wareham have gone final at 4-3.
Okay, this is a pretty important game.
So this is a very important game. So important that if you have the opportunity for the sun to go down, you should do that.
So it is. See who's leading off here. It will be Antillian. First pitch Antillian takes. Strike one.
They called that a ball.
They called that ball one? Are you? Wow. Ball one to Gunnar Antillian. There's strike one. Swing and a miss.
Well, yeah, it'd be good to win here, and can't really see anything happen on the field, so not really a lot of the light thing going on anymore.
1 ball, 1 strike. Langenberg deals away, called strike 1 and 2. Well, I take that back. We did not see Langenberg yesterday, so I'm clearly out of my mind for stating such an infactual statement, but
Yeah.
Langenberg last pitched against Katuitt.
Okay, I was off yesterday, so I didn't know.
1-2, taking up high 2-2. But against Katuitt, he allowed 3 earned runs, but also that was an inning where every error in the world seemed to bite the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. 2-2 pitch to Antillian. Langenberg deals low and away, and the count will run full, and you don't want to walk the leadoff guy on in what is effectively the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, no, you don't. That'd be a bad idea.
3-2. Swing and a miss. Langenberg gets Antillian swinging. Strike 3, 1 down.
That was very nice. I like that very much. And this is absolutely the last of this baseball game if the Harbor Hawks can get 2 outs. There's no way they send them back out for the 9th. I'm surprised they're still out there right now, Zach.
Well, if Ty Langenberg can set these next 2 down, I don't think you're having that discussion. I don't think that Eric Beatty goes Langenberg if they were actually playing another inning after this.
That's probably a good point. I think you might be onto something there.
Langenberg, 3.92 ERA in 10 games, 18.1 innings, 28 strikeouts, and only 4 walks. That's the ratio you like. Freeberger has reached base twice tonight. Shows bunt, pulls back, strike 1, doesn't matter.
I'm getting a burger post-game, not free though, just a $5 biggie bag.
$5 biggie bag indeed.
Yeah. Child.
The 0-1. Langenberg deals. Misses outside on the slider. 1-1. Langenberg loves his changeup. That's his put-away pitch. He throws it how much? I believe it's upwards of 60%.
It's a lot, yeah. Good bit.
1-1 pitch. Langenberg deals. Fastball, strike two at the knees. 1-2.
Well, as much as Langenberg might not be able to see the mitt, the batter also really can't see the pitches. So if I'm Langenberg, I just take some dirt, rub it all over that baseball, and you really can't see anything.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ty Langenberg deals away, misses high and away.
No batter's eye here either.
No.
So just
straight to center field. It is houses. You are playing straight into a neighborhood.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Pepper that house over there.
2-2 pitch. Langenberg deals, swing and a miss. Freeberger goes down on strikes. And see, it's tough to call this because you can't call it like it's the final out of the game because you don't know, even though you think it is. But it is the UNC Asheville product. Burnett represents the last of the 8th. Could be the last of the game.
Robbie
Burnett,
North Carolina.
1 for 1 in pinch hitting today. He did wind up scoring a run as well. Burnett pops it in the air. That will go foul left field side out of play, 0-1.
Be a fun souvenir for a fan as opposed to an unfun souvenir for a fan.
I don't think there's a such thing as an unfun souvenir.
Never been to a Red Sox game and get one of those Red Sox ice cream hats.
Yes.
That's an unfun souvenir. It's too small.
The 0-1. Langenberg deals. Misses outside 1-1. For the moment, Katuitt has jumped Hyannis back for first place. They are now ahead with 49 points. If Hyannis can lock today up, they will jump Katuitt back for 50 points.
If Bourne can lock today up, they'll jump Katuitt.
1-1. Hopped in the air. Left field, Tito Flores under it, makes the catch. And it looks like that is going to be your ball game. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks, the first team to 50 in the Cape Cod Baseball League in an 8th inning that is shortened due to the weather and the sun. The Hyannis Harbor Hawks win this one 7-5. They get back into first place, and what a huge win.
Yeah, that's big. These are two teams that are struggling. I don't want to. Struggling's a strong way to put that. Hyannis had lost 4 out of the last 5, so they weren't. I think struggling's a little dramatic, but they weren't at their best. So to get a win, they've now won 2 out of their last 3. Says a lot about this team to power back, beat the best team in the East, despite that team in YD having lost their last 5.
Now their last 6.
Yeah, Hyannis takes advantage of that. They win it tonight, and they still are the best team on Cape Cod.
Hyannis now a record of 23-15-5. That is good for 50 points. 5 points ahead of YD.
Yeah.
And, well, it's now time to name a NAC player of the game. You could go a couple different ways here. I'm leaning Pancho Ruiz.
Yeah, I think Jordy Allard has to be in that conversation. 3 2/3 with no earned runs, but you know what? Drew Erhard 3 for 4 today with a walk and an RBI. Pancho 2 for 2, or one. Pancho's 1 for 2.
1 for 2 with 3 walks and RBI. Drew Erhard?
Yep.
All right, Drew Erhard, your NAC player of the game.
For sure.
Final stat line, the Harbor Hawks, 7 runs, 10 hits, 4 errors. YD, 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. The Harbor Hawks win the season series against the Red Sox 3-0-1. Harbor Hawks will be back in action at home at McKeon Park tomorrow night, 6 p.m. First pitch against the Harwich Mariners. And, well, for our wonderful producers, Ella Gibson, Abby Stokes, for Drake Toll, I'm Zach Berman saying good night from Yarmouth. Once again, your final score, Hyannis 5.
Great day to be a Hawk.
It is a great day to be a Hawk. The Hawks once again